Wow. Sorry. I almost forgot to put myself on there at the last minute. I'm like, wait, I'm not up on screen. What's up, guys? Sorry I'm a little late. I was eating cake, ice cream cake. How's everybody doing this wait, is today Monday? Oh my god, I was just thinking it was Saturday for a minute. Today's Monday, right? Wow, okay. How's everybody everybody doing? Yeah, it's my birthday, guys. A big 4-0. I feel my mom would just tell me, like, because my brother was just on like the FaceTime and he's like, happy birthday, how old are you, or whatever, 40. And it's like over the hill. I'm like, oh my god, that's over the hill. Jeez, I remember like when my parents were, it's like over the hill parties or whatever. I guess that's 40. Wow. I didn't even realize that. Anyway. Thanks everybody. Shelly, Chaos, Catherine, Libra. Yes, I am a Libra. That's sarcasm, right? I would guess, because I feel like I do have a lot of the Libra characteristics. Hey, Kubi. Sarah in the house. Scott. Anna Brown. Tamara. Liz. Mez. All right. Abigail Rose. Tennessee. Batman in the house. What's up, Batman? Thanks, Batman. I always get excited when I see Athena, yeah. Happy 30. Janet, thanks, guys. Aussie True Crime. Thank y'all. Hey, Kathy, Louise. I've done that before when I was like, I think it was like 2 years ago, or when I was 38, I don't know. I was telling a year younger than I really was. I feel you, because once you get a certain age, it's like, birthdays aren't like where you're like, oh, I can't wait to hit this age or whatever. You almost forget. All signs say yes. Thanks, guys. Hey, Mark Klein. Oh, thanks. I would say, like, mentally I don't feel 40, but physically I don't know. I do. I feel older than 40 physically sometimes. But like in my mind I don't feel 40 though. Yeah, I have actually. My mom got me my favorite like sushi Chinese. It was like I get sushi there, and it's like my favorite like Asian place. It is so good. So I got sushi and this dinner that I get with it's like shrimp and chicken, and oh, it's so good. It's like it's sweet and spicy. And their egg rolls are so good. What else? My brother came over. Yeah, it's been a good day. I went on my little walk that I'm starting to get back to. So I can't walk. I can't do it like I used to, my exercising, but I'm getting there slowly. Oh my god, Athena, are you serious? That is too funny. Oh my god. All right. So, hey, Robin, thanks. She won't have to start saying 26. Yeah. Yay, Janet. Maybe one. Yeah, maybe they'll get to a point where I'll get excited about birth. No, I'm excited, but you know what I'm saying? Like when you're younger and you got 16 to turn, and then 18 to turn, and then 21 to turn. I mean, you get so excited, and then hey, crime powwow. All righty. I had my ex-parents believing I was 42 for 7 years. Wow. Your ex-parents. Wait, what do you mean your ex-parents? Oh, your ex's parents. Never mind. I see. I didn't read that correctly. Moulin Rouge. Cindy. All right, guys. Well, thank you for all the birthday wishes. I don't know. Oh, thanks. Gail, oh my god. I love your name. I almost passed that over somehow. Wow. See how sometimes it just takes a while to see everybody's name. It's Sam's birthday. Woohoo! I love it. Thank you. Oh, Zeke got a haircut today. I'm excited to show you his hair too. His new haircut. Abigail. Thanks for joining. That's what I meant to say. Oh my god, I zoned out for Thanks for being a member. Yay. I'm going to be doing another giveaway soon for members. So I'm going to have to get that situated. To get the form situated to do it. Silverleaf, thanks. Okay, so what I'm going to do, I think, is go get Zeke, bring him up, and then I could start the first video, and Zeke will be up here, and you can see his new haircut. He's got, you know how, like, you know, when the dogs get the haircuts, they get the bandana, and it's like for the holiday or the season, so it's like a little Halloween one. Oh, Val's Variety. Well, happy belated birthday, Val's Variety. What day was yours? Oh, thanks, Bella. Rainy Joe, thank you. Tina Jones. Okay, so how did you turn, Val? All right, so let me hold on one second, guys. Let me get these interviews up too, and then I'm gonna go get Zeke. He can show off his new haircut. So we're gonna listen to Zulema's tonight, Tylee's, and what was the other one? Alex. Okay, hold on one second. Let me get these ready. Tylee, and then Alex is over here. All right. Your file. I'm just getting them ready here. Okay. All right, so I'm gonna go get Zeke, and then we'll start the video, guys. Huh, why did that? Hold on a second. Let me see. Well, I'll just wait till I play it. Okay, hold on, guys. I'll be right back, okay? I'll go get Zekester. If you guys want to see him. Pressure says I never talk. Happy birthday. Aww. Shannon Hall. Well, I'm glad you did. Yay. Shannon Hall in the house. Oh, thank you. Hey, Granny Sue. Morky Mama. Okay, so let me go get Zekester. I'll be back. Do it, yeah. Oh, wait, that's the wrong thing there. Hold on a second. There we go. I don't know why it keeps doing that. Okay. Zeke. All right. Zekester. 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 Okay. Zekester. Zeke. Everybody to see you. Come here. Come here, buddy. You're going to make me come all the way down there to Zeke. Come here. Yeah. Thank you, buddy. Thank you. Oh, you know exactly where to go, don't you? You know exactly where to go. You're so cute. Come here, Bubba. Okay, everybody wants to see how cute you are. Okay. Yeah, you gotta show off your haircut. You gotta show off your little haircut. Yes. Okay. Hold on. Hold on, buddy. Okay. There's his Easter. He got his little Halloween bandana. Show it off, buddy. Look up there. What do you guys think? Handsome? Handsome? Is he a handsome guy? Oh, yes, he is. You're my handsome boy. Huh? You're my handsome boy. Yeah. Oh, thanks, Morky Mama. Zeke, say thank you to Morky Mama. Say thank you to Morky Mama. Yeah, I could buy you some new treats and a toy from her. Yeah, buddy. Yeah, I love you. God, I love this guy. I love it. Okay, so we could probably start the interview with Zeke up here. I have a feeling he's probably not going to want to stay long because I think he's a little more antsy. I feel like he was doing something downstairs that he wants to get back to, huh? I could tell. You're preoccupied. I could tell. What do you want to get back to? What were you up to down there, huh? Taking a little nap? All right. Look at all the people saying hi. Deborah, Tamara, Mark, Athena. Everybody says, look at the handsome boy. This little bandana. Okay, let's do this way. Okay, here, Bubba. Hold on. I'm gonna try to do this way. Okay. So you can see him head on, maybe. Look at his little. Okay, there we go. Look how cute he is. Okay, all right. I'm like, no showing you off him. Okay, I'm gonna start. Oh, I love this guy. Okay, I'm gonna start this. See how long he'll stay. We start this interview with Zulema. I'm gonna do Zulema's first. Okay, because I think that's a really important one. So, and I had fun watching it with you guys last 2 nights ago. That was a good time. Okay, Zeekster. Let's start watching it and see. I don't know if this is the right wrong one. This one. Here we go. Okay. Okay, buddy. Look. Oh, I better mute it. Sorry. You guys hear Alex? You can hear him. All right, sorry. I forget how long it takes for her to get in. Does it take a while, guys? Now I forget. I'll wait a couple more minutes.
We're gonna grab some other takeouts. Sorry, guys. Pretty good. Did you get my text this morning?
I did not.
Okay.
Did you text Ron or me?
I don't know. I texted whoever was communicating. I was communicating.
Hold on 1 second, guys. Just 1 minute. Hold on, Zeke. Hold on, Bubba. Okay. Go ahead. Go ahead. Okay, I'm back. I'm going to play. Sorry.
You're on.
Yeah, I've got a 10:30 conference call I got to make.
Okay.
And so we'll see how things are going here. I may just step out.
Okay,
And,
no big deal.
Yeah.
Oh. Are you tired of meeting with us yet? That's okay, be honest.
It's not about being tired about meeting with you guys. It's it's kind of like I think of it in my mind. It's like an aquarium, and when you go your hand on the bottom, and then all of a sudden all this stuff comes up. So it's the stuff that comes up.
That's a good analogy. Yeah,
Yes. Brings up all kinds of stuff, and
Yeah.
doubt and memories, and and connections, and then you let it out,
Yeah. No, I get it.
And then you just like start beating yourself up because how could I ever done anything like this, or get involved with people like this, and how could I be deceived so much, and how could I be so stupid?
Well, don't beat yourself up.
all that comes up, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So yeah, that's the hard part of it.
And hopefully this is the last time that we have to talk. But we just needed to go over a couple more things, just some clarifying questions, since we've been doing the investigation that have kind of come up again.
Okay.
Okay? Do you need water or anything, or are you good?
I'm okay.
Okay. You remember Vince?
I hope so. Fremont County.
Fremont
That
County?
was a nice one.
I do, yeah.
So, how's everything been going? You getting back to normal life and back on track and...
Trying to, once in a while something comes up or, some reporter comes up or,
Or you get a call from Garrett saying, hey, these guys want to talk to you.
Yeah, or like, usually it's reporters that are reaching out to people to get information about me because, I haven't talked to the media. So they're always trying to get some kind of info.
They're still trying, huh? Okay, Zulema. So, like I said, we're down here just to ask a couple more questions. One second.
You gotta go, you gotta go. Yeah, it's, you prepare for it and boom. So, but I was saying that when we were walking in, we left, I think it was 51, 52 in Idaho, and came here.
Yeah,
It's awesome.
this is
It's awesome.
we're doing a remodel on our house, and it's it's opened up to the elements quite a bit. And we started it in January, and had a section of the back wall that was about that big, as big as that wall, that was opened up, and just had a tarp up over it. So it was sealed up. The wind wasn't blowing in, but the air was, there's no temperature variant at all, and half of my ceiling in my home was exposed to the roof, and so the cool air would just come in at night and just pour in there. And I think the concrete slab in my house got chilled down to about 45 degrees, and it took it until probably April to warm up, because it was always cool. But we've had it opened up so much that we've been really enjoying the nice weather, because I would hate to be doing this in August. It would be miserable.
I was just gonna ask, so is April, the end of April, 1st of May, when stuff starts heating up and really gets going?
So when it gets warmed up in the day, you'll have highs in May. It's always a joke about when the first 100's going to be. It's usually April or May, and then
It'll be Saturday.
Yeah, right. It's right on track, but then we'll go back down and it'll be 92. But 92 is warm. You step out in 92 and start playing basketball, you're going to feel it. That sun's intense, but the mornings and evenings are wonderful.
So do you guys want me to skip some of this weather talk? Because I think they talk about the weather the whole time. I feel like I forget what else they talk about. I know the weather's a lot, and it's really nothing important. I'm thinking about skipping. Okay, and it goes on for most of it, a while, but we'll skip some of it. Okay. Okay, Anna Brown. Yeah, I'm not sure, but I could have missed it. Did they ever say who he is, though? Or they just never mention it? They probably did beforehand. But I feel like he doesn't act very lawyerish, though. Like when they're asking her questions and stuff, he never really steps in and does much like a lawyer would, you would think. But I don't know. Okay, so let me skip some of this here.
Experiences.
The times you guys conference call.
Wait. So, actually, hold on a second. So this is the part I was talking about. So I forgot they talk about or weather before that guy leaves. I was talking about when that guy to the right of her leaves, it's like they're not allowed to talk. I mean, they want to wait to talk about the case because he's, a part of it. So they don't talk about it at all until he comes back. But he hasn't even left yet, and they're already talking about the weather. I thought he had left. Hold on a second. So I don't even know how far to skip it.
Finally, golfing.
God. Too cool.
So,
Sorry, that was my wife.
No, hey, you got to answer when she calls.
So, Zulema, as we've been going over things, we've been going over reports that you have given to Gilbert initially with Alex's death. And some of those statements that you gave them don't match what you gave us the last time we talked. So I just wanted to clarify kind of why you told them something completely different. Okay? So when I was discussing last time with you about...
Was this the day that Alex died? Is that what you're talking about?
The day Alex died.
Okay.
So do you remember anything that you told those guys as far as Lori and Chad? Or...
Very, very little. I don't remember much of what happened now. To tell you the truth, there is a part of, like, between, like, 2 weeks there, that there isn't much, like, it's very foggy for me. But that night specifically, there are certain things that I remember, but not all of it. And I don't remember, like, I can't put a timeline together. Like, I don't know what happened first and what happened next. I don't know which one was first and which one was second. I really don't. I've been trying to put it together, but I haven't been able to.
We've also never seen what, statements she's purported to have made, so it's,
Well, I can let you look at a copy, but, so, when Gilbert Police, let me just preface this. We're just trying to eliminate some of the things maybe defense for Lori and Chad are going to bring up during trial, okay? And part of that defense could be that they try to pin this on other people, right? So, or make you not look as credible as what you are in case you have to testify.
Mm-hmm.
So, in order for us to make you look credible and to use what you say in court, we want to kind of jump out ahead of any type of defense that they're going to bring up, and try to make it look like you are lying or trying to get back at them or something like that. So in going over these reports, that's kind of what we are doing to make sure that everything that you told us kind of matches what has happened, right? And so when we were going over Gilbert's reports, there's some things in there that you said that you told us about when you last talked to Chad and Lori, and about when you, well, I'll just come out and ask you. You told Gilbert that you had no idea how to get a hold of Lori and Chad when they asked you who Alex was on the phone with. Can you tell me why you told him that?
I wonder why I would have said something like that, because I told them that they were on the phone with him.
Right, and they asked you how to get a hold of him. And in your statement, you said you had only met Lori a couple of times before she moved. And you hadn't seen Lori since she moved a few months ago, and you didn't think Lori was married.
Yeah, I don't remember saying that.
Well, let's look at those statements.
Yeah.
And when I say look at them, just look at them carefully there for a second. You didn't think Lori was married, right? Did you know she was married at that point?
Yeah, I did know that she was married.
Okay.
Yeah, because she had sent me pictures of when she had gotten married.
Okay.
So yeah, I did know that.
And
I mean, I didn't. Let me put it this way: I saw the pictures of them on the beach, her dressed in white, him dressed in white, and they were dancing and kissing.
Right.
And all of
We've seen those. We've seen all the pictures, yeah.
Right. So I assumed. It was assumed that that was a wedding ceremony.
When you told them, what else did she say in that statement that she hadn't talked to him in a while? What was that statement about?
That you had only met Lori a few times.
Well, obviously that's inconsistent with what she's told you guys.
that you hadn't seen her since you moved a few months ago, and that you didn't think Lori was married.
What's the timing on hadn't seen her since she left a few months ago? Is there any explanation of that? Was there any timeline on that? Was there any clarification of what that
we
meant?
know Zulema had gone up there.
Right.
So she's saying that since she moved.
I wonder if she's talking about since they moved to Idaho or to Hawaii. That's what I'm wondering about. She hadn't seen him since they moved to Hawaii.
That could be.
That's what I'm trying to find out.
That could be, but she said that she didn't know what state Lori and Chad lived in. So those are the type of things that defense is really going to probably ask you.
Yeah. So I didn't, when they left Rexburg, they didn't tell anybody where they were going. Not even, even Alex was trying to find out where they were at, and he had asked them where they were at, and they wouldn't disclose where they were at. They didn't.
So you had no idea they were in Hawaii?
No.
What about the times you guys conference called?
When we were talking on the phone, they wouldn't say where they were at. So when they left from Rexburg, they didn't disclose where they were at. How I found out that they were there is when they were on the news.
Okay. Because there's some. So back in the reports, I don't know if I have that with me. They had talked to you and Melanie Boudreau about going to Hawaii after they were married. Is that not true?
This was when I can't remember when he was. I remember them saying that. So hold on, let me see if I can put a timeline on that.
Our timeline that we have has that roughly in November, and then they go missing in December, November 26th. And then you had some conference calls with them the first week of December. You and Alex and Melanie Boudreau. And Ian was on the phone. And so I'm wondering, based on all that, and then
yeah,
the
this one.
statements to Gilbert.
So she said, "This could be you. Come to Hawaii."
What
this
day was that?
That was on November 9th. This was the day that they sent this.
The pictures.
The pictures.
Who
And that.
sent that to you, Chad or Lori?
I think this was Lori's.
Okay.
And she sent it to me and Alex.
Do you have that number?
Yes. Where is it? I just lost it. There it is. Okay. This one.
Those phones can be a
I
pain.
don't know what I'm doing.
You gotta find, I don't have to find the number on there. It might be right there.
Maybe.
No.
It should be there.
Yes.
2 participants. Okay, so that one was from 480-692-9562. And I remember this, I responded to her with a scripture. Because they were still trying to convince me to move.
Now, to be clear, they didn't tell you they were living there yet, right? I mean,
No.
This was them for a wedding. They came back after this, right?
They came back after this.
Thanks for joining DC Babos. Real quick. Wait, so she says convince him to move, and he's like, no. they came back after this. So I mean, she's just lying left and right about like everything, even like little things that it's like, because when you tell lies, you can't keep your story straight, right? She's probably just told them, she's already been interviewed a few times, so she probably can't even remember what she told them in those previous interviews. So she can't keep her story straight because she's lied so much. So it's like, we don't even know what to believe. But there are some important things in here because, like, for instance, that bag of money, I mean, and there's some other things in here that do seem to be pretty important for the case. But like this stuff about Lori, she's just not being honest, obviously. They want to distance themselves as far away from Lori and Chad as they can because they know what they did. And I don't know. I mean, I think she is a part of it to a degree where she knew what was going on more than she's leading on. What do you guys think? Like, I think she realized what they did to Charles and possibly what they were doing to the kids and stuff. And I don't know if she, you know what? She might have been responsible for Alex's death because they were all in Hawaii. Like Alex and Chad were in Hawaii when he died, right? So she would have been the only one there to be able to give him something to kill him, right? Okay, I'll shut up now. Just some thoughts to think about.
And then it was long around Thanksgiving that they vanished.
Right before Thanksgiving.
Is that when you didn't know where they went?
That's when I didn't know where they went, yes.
So when she said come to Hawaii, it wasn't, hey, we're living here, come move to Hawaii with us.
But I believe they had conversations saying that after they got married, they were moving to Hawaii.
Okay. With Zulema?
And Melanie Boudreaux.
Okay. No, I don't know about Melanie, but...
And so that's why I was wondering, when it comes to the Gilbert reports, you say you have no idea where they're at or how to get a hold of Lori, or you've only met Lori a couple times. Do you see what I mean?
Yeah.
Where there's a discrepancy.
Yeah, absolutely.
So that's why we want to talk about that, and I wanted to know why you had told
That's
Gilbert
true.
police
Okay, Mr. Cat, yeah.
that you kind of really
Oh, I'm
didn't
not
know
on me.
Lori or where she was at.
You know, and before we, I mean, I don't want you answering something about having potentially misled Gilbert Police Department until I hear the statement. I mean, I think what she's told you guys is the truth.
Right.
And that's what the agreement was, is that she was going to come in and tell you guys the truth. So, I mean, there's a discrepancy between the two. I mean, clearly.
Right, and that's why we're trying to get out in front of it just before trial.
Right, sure.
We just want to figure out.
See, you heard how he worded that. There was an agreement. So I think she does have somewhat, because somebody just said in chat that you're debating whether does she have immunity or not. There's some kind of agreement that they made with her, which could be called immunity. I don't know how much they gave her, like what the agreement was, but you just heard him say that there was an agreement that she would come in and tell Chandler the truth. So, I mean, there definitely was some kind of deal they made, obviously, an agreement that they made. But the problem is when she has told different stories to different law enforcement, like how can they, if she broke the freaking agreement, then they could break theirs, really. I mean, she's not being 100% honest to everybody. So screw it, man. I don't know. Anyway, sorry, I'll shut up.
If you in fact did make that statement, and if you did, why you made that statement.
Do you remember making that statement? Okay.
I don't remember. I remember going to the hospital. I remember them putting me in a ambulance, and they took Alex in another ambulance. And I remember them taking us to the hospital. And I remember they started working with him, and then they put me in a room. And I don't remember much of what happened between that and until the time that they brought me back to the room for me to turn off the machines for him. I don't remember when I was taken back there. I don't remember whether someone was, the person that came to talk to me, was it before or after that? I don't remember, and I can't put it together. I can't not put it together.
Okay.
I don't even remember the name of the person that was there. I don't even remember what he looks like. So if I was to see him right now, I wouldn't even recognize him. I have no idea. There's nothing right there. then I remember when I turned off the machines, they told me, I remember somebody came saying that I couldn't touch him anymore, that he was considered a crime scene, and that I needed to leave. I asked for a couple of minutes with him. They gave me like, I don't know how long, but they gave me a few moments with him. And I remember coming out of the room and my son-in-law came. And I remember him saying to somebody who was there, we're gonna get a lawyer right now, so speak to our lawyer. And then I remember leaving. But I don't remember when that happened. You know what I mean? There's no correlation there for me.
Okay.
None of it.
I'm at time right now. I'm going to make that call.
Okay.
Let me do that, and then I'll come back in as soon as I can. You guys feel free to chat about anything other than this, and I'll be right back, because I just gotta, they're gonna, yeah. I've already missed one call from them, so let me go do that, and I'll be right back, okay?
So now, guys, the weather talk starts. They don't really
Have
talk
you been to
about the case
Rexburg or Idaho since?
until
No.
that guy comes back. So we can. I'll play it a couple minutes and I'll probably skip.
Is it?
Yeah.
The last time I was there was cold.
Yeah, it's cold, like,
It was cold for me anyways.
it seems like it's cold for 8 months out of the year, but
Yeah.
now's the time where it starts to get nice and warm, and it's not hot like here, but I take the heat.
I would take the heat any day.
Yeah.
So I always run.
Wait. You're saying that guy to the right's not her attorney? He's one of the. All right, now I'm really confused because I thought he was one of the law enforcement. Like he was, right? What am I missing here? Now that comment just really confused me. Wow. Was I not paying attention? Because I thought he was like one of the investigators. And I thought it was that other guy that came in with her. Okay. Now I feel like an idiot. Which guy is with Zulema now? Can you guys help me out? I thought the guy in the black shirt came in with Zulema. Oh, okay. So which one left? So the one that left is her. You're right. Oh my God. What's his name? That is her attorney. I recognize him. Oh my gosh. I've seen him in other interviews. You're right. Because he's also, isn't he also Melanie Boudreaux's attorney, right? I've seen him in another interview with somebody else where he was one of the other people's attorneys. Now I feel like an idiot. Well, why is he the one asking all the questions then? It seems like he's asking more. He's like asking questions more like the law enforcement should be doing. But I didn't even look at him that well to realize that I know that guy. He is the attorney. Okay. So that's weird. Now I got to really rethink this interview because why is he like, he's very taking charge of this interview, I feel like. Okay. Sorry, guys. Wow. I feel like stupid now. And I was sitting there saying, oh, he's not acting like her attorney because I thought her attorney was the guy in the black shirt. I thought he's the one that walked in with her and he doesn't barely say 2 words. So I was like, man, he's not doing a very good job. But yeah, so isn't he, wait, no, he's not. Who else is he a lawyer for, guys? I know he's a lawyer for one of the other people in this too. Remind me. I know somebody will know, right? Summer? Yeah, he's Summer's attorney, but isn't he someone else's too? Because I wouldn't have seen him, because I've seen him in an interview when he was sitting beside somebody, not this, it was one like a year ago. But it wasn't, I never seen him I never seen a Summer interview besides that one on Dateline or whatever. I swear isn't he Melanie? Isn't he Melanie Boudreaux, one of her attorneys? I know she has a couple, but yeah, Melanie Pawlowski. Melanie, that's the same as Melanie Boudreaux. Yeah, I think he is, or he was at one point her attorney too, because he was sitting with her for something, or he was beside her for something. Okay. So, wow. I feel silly. I never even really gave him like a good look. I was just more focused looking at her and the way he was acting. I just thought he was one of the investigators. Okay. Yeah. All right, guys. Well, thanks. I'm glad we did watch this together. Now I feel like an idiot. Well, who's the guy in the black shirt then, guys? Why doesn't he say 2 words basically? Like it was, I guess he's just there to take notes and stuff. I guess he doesn't have to. But don't you think her attorney, Garrett or whatever, don't you think he's asking a little bit too many questions? Like I feel like he's leading the interview more than the other guy is. Anyway, all right, I'm gonna continue. Elsie. Oh, hey, Elsie. Full justice for victims. Maurice. So that makes sense why they can't talk about the case. I was wondering because I thought I was like, well, the other investigators there, but duh, if it's her lawyer, that's why. So that totally makes sense. All right, so we'll play a little bit of this talk, maybe just a couple minutes, and then I'll skip when he comes back.
2-3 degrees colder than everybody else, and you think that they won't make that big of a difference, but it really does.
Well, I'm not sure anybody that lives down here owns a jacket, do they?
We do, because after you're here for a while, they call it your blood thins out, and it really does.
Oh.
So you become kind of a wimp, because as soon as it gets to 70, you're like, oh, it's so cold now, you know? And so when and besides the fact that my own temperature is lower than most people, then I'm always cold. So I have a sweater with me most of the time, most of the year.
Really?
Uh-huh.
Even in the summer months?
Mm-hmm, in the summer months, because
God.
when I go inside of if I'm working inside of like a grocery store or anywhere, the air conditioning is too cold for me, so I put the sweater while I am inside the store, and then I take my sweater when I leave the store.
So does every house down here have air conditioning?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I couldn't imagine living down here without it.
Yeah, there are some houses that have those. They call them the swamp coolers.
Oh yeah.
And some houses run on those ones because it's cheaper to run that than to run an air conditioning. But it's not the same.
Hi, General Sorrow. All right, I am going to
Well, I
skip
think
because
even
they
I
basically
know
just talk
that
about the
it's not
weather.
cool.
They don't talk.
Yeah.
But,
You guys okay?
But the older I get, the more I hate heat and cold.
They don't talk
So I
about
have to.
anything.
I like it between probably 80 and 90, somewhere in there. So in our summer months, we run the air conditioner.
Yeah.
Even
Was up and we had all the fans going. And
Look,
it was
still talking about like the weather, like the
miserable.
heat.
yeah, I couldn't imagine.
Because it was like 98, 99 degrees inside the house.
Let's see if they're still talking about it. Why is there no sound? Oh.
So is it like a 15-minute drive? Or
15, 20 minutes.
That's
Yeah.
not bad.
No, it's not bad at all. So, seems like the best thing ever. It was so cool. And then on that day they let you on the field.
Oh, they do?
Yeah, they did.
Oh.
So I was there for one.
Wait, you guys had to think I was an idiot when I asked when you guys were talking about her lawyer. I'm thinking it's the guy across from her, and I'm like, are you sure maybe that's her brother? You guys are probably, because you guys are all knowing who her lawyer is, which is the guy right beside her. So you guys are probably thinking, what is she talking about? That don't even look like her brother. Oh my God. I'm just thinking about that. You guys are probably thinking, what? Wow. Anyway, okay, so they're still talking about, I don't
It
even
was
know.
pretty amazing.
Is this when they're
So
talking
do
about
you go to a lot of those games or no?
Yeah.
Not anymore. I used to go a lot more with my. Okay.
Right there to go through. But,
Oh yeah,
but
I
yeah,
know this
it
isn't
was
the first
a good
interview.
time. I'm glad we got to do that when we were down here.
That's what
Yeah,
I'm
that's
saying.
an experience.
What
I
I'm
really.
saying is because, I just skipped. Oh, well, we'll be able to find where, because when he comes back, I'll just skip to when he comes back. But that's what I'm saying. She's been telling him so many different stories that like he starts off with, wait, you've told us, I forget how he worded it. Basically, you've said a couple different things here. You've said one interview say this, one interview say that. Now, what's the truth here? So that's why they're going over it, because they know when the trial comes, the defense is going to be all over her. So they're trying to make sure she, first of all, has a strong story as a you know, a good witness to prosecute Chad and Lori to get them convicted. So they just want to make sure. And then she's telling them all these different stories. So yeah, no, I know it's not the first one. Okay, I am going to skip right till he comes back because I don't. Okay, here we go. All right, where is it? There we go. Okay. All right, she's one of the people who's painful to be on any setting. Yeah, Robin, I bet. Yeah, I definitely think Alex was murdered. And it had to be, I mean, somebody had to have done it because Lori and Chad were in Hawaii at the time, right? They were still in Hawaii. So it would have had to have been Zulema or Melanie or one of those people giving him something. It was a poison or whatever that killed him. So somebody had to be there to actually go with the plan, whatever the plan was, and who was the closest to him. I mean, I think chances are it was probably her. I don't know. It just makes you wonder who else was around him that could have, I guess we'd have to know who else was around him that could have possibly given him something. But the thing is there's no investigation open on Alex. So they don't even have to worry about that aspect because they said natural causes. They can't prove that anything happened, which doesn't mean it didn't, but I'm saying there's not going to be a trial on it. So they're not questioning them about it because it's closed. So she's good. She's good on that aspect, which sucks because I do think there was some foul play. Something happened to Alex. All right, so let me press play.
Cars, you know, for the longest time after that. So.
Sorry about that. That call came up last minute. We've got a response that's doing a thing.
That's a good point. Yes, I think there's a possibility. And the fact that she says that Alex said, but this, now remember, she's a liar. So we have to believe what she's saying is true. But she says in this interview about the bag of money that he said a couple days before he died, I have a bag of money and it's for you. So, which sounds like, oh, he knew something was going to happen to him. You know what I'm saying? So if that's true, then it's like, did he possibly do something to himself? Because Lori said, you know, this is what God wants you to do, and you'll have all this stuff in the next life and whatever, because he really believed Lori. So yeah, she could have convinced him that this is what he was supposed to do, and his next life was going to be amazing if he did it or whatever. You know, their crazy beliefs. So yeah, I think it's a possibility, but I don't know if are we to believe Zulema? I mean, that he really said that? I don't know. All right, I'm going to shut up.
By the 4th, and that's coming in quicker than we're happy about, so time for a conference call.
We were just discussing Diamondbacks baseball.
Well, is there anything to talk about this year?
No, they
Okay.
went to the
We went
game
to a
that
game
night.
last night.
Oh, did you? Ah, was the roof open?
The roof was
Oh,
open.
that's awesome.
It was.
Yeah.
It was-
Mark McGuire hit one out the window. You know those big panels that open up?
She was just telling us
Yeah,
about the
he hit
panel.
one out the window.
Really?
Yeah, I don't know, it was like,
That's far.
420 feet or something like that. It was just insane. Hit it out the window. But, you know, it's this lovely stadium that's shut most of the time. Which
Well,
is good, but...
Yeah, it was open.
When we got there, it was shut. And then,
Well, the opening is a dramatic thing, because they cool it down, and then all the air stays in there. So they'll open it up into June, because all that cool air stays in, right?
Okay.
As the cool air stays, it settles and stays in, and then they can open it up and you get this feeling. You decides if it opens or shuts, right?
who?
It's the Diamondback pitcher who's pitching.
Really?
Really?
Yeah, 'cause, the unit, Randy Johnson, didn't like it open. He didn't like it open. So it didn't matter what the weather was, it was shut when he was pitching.
Really?
Except the time he hit that bird. Did you ever see that video?
Yeah.
Yeah, flying, when he's
Fastball.
pitching, yeah.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, the
Blew it
bird
up.
was gone.
Anyway, interesting.
There's still, we saw a lot of Randy Johnson jerseys still.
Yeah. Well, he was a freak.
Yeah.
I mean, he was a freak. In the very best sense of the term. He's this big,
Yeah.
tall guy that had a lefty throw. I mean, oh my word. That slider he had, ugly.
Yeah, we had a good time last night.
That's fun. What'd you eat?
Hot dog,
And
Jim
we,
Diamond
chicken
dog?
wings, yeah.
Good?
oh,
Fun?
it was good.
Where were your seats? Where were you?
135?
I don't know where that is, maybe.
Right
third
down,
base, right
third
third
base,
base,
yeah.
left
Right
field
down
area.
Yeah, yeah, that's awesome. That's good seats.
It was
Good
nice.
seats.
It was perfect, yeah, I'm
Yeah.
glad we got to go to that.
That's fun. I'm glad you enjoyed that too.
It's an awesome time.
That's really good time. I've been to Diamondbacks game. Last Diamondbacks game I went to was in San Diego. we were over in California. Half of Arizona goes to California for the summertime for a week or two or whatever, and we were over there for a week and went to a Diamondbacks Padres game, and it was 70 degrees. It was perfect. It was
That's who they
gorgeous.
were playing last night.
Yeah, Padres they're the real deal this year. So
They whooped them.
yep.
Well, and they had some fans letting them know too.
Yeah.
Man,
Yeah.
how much longer? I don't know, guys.
Good.
I know. I just don't. It should be
Cool.
ending.
Sorry about the interruption.
No, you're good. You're good.
It's gone.
Back to discrepancies.
So Zulema, like I said, we're not accusing you of lying or anything like that. We just want to get ahead of this before it gets brought up in trial
Yeah.
by either Chad's attorney or Lori's attorney or somebody brings it up and tries to discredit you.
Mhm.
So I've kind of gone.
Was
through
that statement recorded from?
I don't know.
Okay.
I don't know. if
That would be helpful.
Or have or haven't. Yeah, this is
Because it's hard to verify something that you don't remember making, the statements you don't remember making.
right.
Yeah.
And they may have a recording. I just was pulling the Gilbert reports. Okay. So we talked about that. So let's talk about the bag of cash that Alex gave you. Do you remember when he gave that to you?
He didn't necessarily give it to me. He just a couple of days before he passed. I don't know if it was like 1 day or 2 days before he passed. He said to me, Zulema, if anything happens to me, I want you to know that there is money in a bag in the closet, and it's for you. He said it's not much, but it's for you.
Okay. And did you ever count the money that was in there? Or know how much was in there?
Well, when before he passed away, no, because I just said whatever, you know what I mean? I wasn't going to touch his money. But after he passed away, I asked the police to bring it down, and my daughter and her boyfriend started counting it. They did.
And how much was in there?
I think that there must have been about probably between $5,000 and $7,000 or something like that.
Okay. Do you remember what else was in the bag?
I still have the bag.
Do you still have everything that was in it?
Yeah,
Do you remember what it was?
it was a bag. He had it in a plastic bag, like a Ziploc bag, and
Sure, the money was in a Ziploc bag?
Mhm.
In another bag?
yeah,
Okay.
and what else is in there? I've looked through that thing like I don't know how many times, and now for the life of me I can't remember what's in there. There might have been a pair of headphones in there. I don't know. I can look in there, take a look, tell you what's in there.
You take anything out of it?
Probably. I mean, I took the bag out. You know what I mean? And I took the headphones out because I started. I'm like, I wonder if these are good headphones. And I started using them.
Did you take anything else out of it?
It's possible. I wasn't paying attention, to tell you the truth. Was I supposed to be looking for something?
No, I'm wondering, because we had reports there was some other things in there.
Yeah.
And
Like what?
like there was a gun associated with the bag of money.
Oh, okay. That's what you're asking for? You're asking for the guns, but the guns were in separate bags.
With-
Not in the same bag of not in the bag of money. The bag of money was it's like a black duffel bag type thing with a zipper.
Okay.
And then there's the guns that he left. They have their own case, and they have, it's like a case, like a gun case, and then the gun goes in one thing, and then it has the clips, and
So just so I understand, the gun case was with the
next,
bag of money,
next.
but not inside the bag.
I don't think so. No.
And just so I'm clear, the bag of money was in a Ziploc bag inside of another bag.
Yes.
And the gun was not inside the bag with the money, nor was it inside the bag that the money was in. Am I saying that right?
Yeah, it has its own.
Okay. Yeah.
Its own
Separate. Okay.
separate bag with a zipper that goes around like that. So when you open it like a book.
Okay, so in the duffel bag that the money was in, what else was in the duffel bag? Let me ask you this, was there a phone in the duffel bag?
Yeah, I think that's where they found a phone, because they took it. They took a phone.
Who? The
The
police?
Gilbert police took a phone that was in there, because it's in the inventory that they left. When they take things, they give you an inventory of what they take or whatever. That there was they said that there was a phone. It's possible that they found it in there, but I don't know where they found it, to tell you the truth. But they said that they did take that phone.
Take a phone?
A phone.
Okay. You don't know where they got it from?
No.
Good.
It's possible that was in there, yeah.
It could have been in Alex's pocket. The phone they got.
Well, Alex didn't have any clothes on so
Yeah, I was
Yeah.
flip about it. Maybe it could have been somewhere else.
it's possible, yeah.
So you don't remember anything else? Did you ever go through the bag before your kids did?
No.
And so when Alex gave you that bag, or told you if anything ever happens to me, did you ask him like, why would anything ever happen to you? Was that an odd statement that he had made?
I did. I said, don't say things like that, Alex. I said, why would you say something like that? And then he said, just in case. Just in case. That's why the reason why I in my back of my mind, I was thinking, did he do something to himself? Why was he saying that 2 days before he passed?
So he tells you about the bag and says, if anything ever happens to me, there's some money in the bag. It's not much, but there's some money in the bag. And that was 2 days before.
Yeah, either the day before or either the day before he passed or the day prior to that. So in the last 2 days that he was alive.
Okay. And then, so when you had that, let's go back to the conversation that you had with Alex when Tammy's body is being exhumed. Do you remember that conversation where you said you had confronted him and said, Alex, are you going to have anything to do with this? Why would you think that he may have something to do with it?
So, Lori and Chad had called that day, and they were the ones that told us that they were exhuming her body, and the way they were talking, they weren't really saying anything like, oh, we're worried or anything like that. It was more of like a feeling that I had that was like, this is really weird. Like, shouldn't they be like having this kind of reaction type of thing? Not like so nonchalantly, oh, they're exhuming her body today type of thing. And I was like, why are they so not nonchalantly about it? Like, are they hiding something? Did they do something? Did they not do something? And so that's why I knew that if I asked Lori and Chad about anything, they probably wouldn't say anything. But I thought that if they had been doing something, if he had done anything, Alex would probably tell me. So that's why I pressured him. I'm like, would you have anything to do with this? Like, if they assume this body, and are they gonna find anything? Did you have anything to do with this? And he said no. But I mean, I don't know if that was true or not. Do you know what I mean?
Okay. And the reason I ask is because, let's say, if my wife gets a call and they say one of her friends is being exhumed, that wouldn't be a question I would ask my wife is, did you have anything to do with this? That wouldn't even cross my mind. Do you know what I mean? It would be more like, hey, we're telling you it's getting exhumed.
Right.
Information-wise, this is what's going on. So that's why I wanted you to maybe expand a little bit on maybe why you thought or suspected Chad and Lori may have done something to Tammy, or that maybe Alex had known about something or had done something.
So remember that they were saying that Tammy had become a zombie.
Mm-hmm.
Remember that?
Yep.
And they were talking. I don't know who was saying who, because they always like, oh, I was told. Lori would say, I was told, and then Chad would say very little, and then it was kind of communicated through her. So it's kind of hard to tell who the information was coming from. But they were saying that Tammy was supposed to die on her trip to Utah. She was supposed to have he had seen it in a vision that she was going to die in a car accident in the way there, or something was going to happen that she was going to pass away.
Okay.
And then when she didn't pass away, then what they were saying was that she actually did pass away, but what happened was that she was taken over by an evil spirit, and then they were that she had become a zombie. Okay, so in the back of my mind, here I am thinking, okay, they said the same thing about Charles, right? And then Charles ended up being shot, right? I'm thinking, okay, you guys are not trying to say that you guys are going to do something physically to people who are, who are turning into zombies according to them. That was my thought.
Okay. So, refresh my memory again. What was Alex's response to your question to him?
So he sat back and on the in the back and pressed his back towards back of the bed, the headboard, and he goes, "No." That's it. There's no answer after that. Nothing else. And I was waiting for him to say something else, and I'm like, okay. I'm like, are you going to say anything else? And he's like, no. Like, okay. So I thought when he seemed so sure of his answer, I was like, well, okay, well then he didn't have anything to do.
Okay, so how many people believe that he just sat up in the back of the bed and said no? And then how many people believe that she really said, oh, that's all you're going to say is no? Like, she really responded that way? Like, no. A response, if you don't believe somebody's being like, are you lying? I mean, you wouldn't be like, oh, you're just going to say no? Like, what? What kind of response is that? That's a lie. I'm sorry. I don't believe that he just said no. And then she said, that's all you're going to say is no? Who talks like that? I don't know. I just wouldn't think that would be a response that she would respond back if somebody says no. If you don't believe him, you'd be like, are you lying? Are you sure? You wouldn't say, oh, you're only going to say no. I don't know. All right. I'm going to play it. I just had to give my opinion.
Okay. And is that the same conversation that's the same conversation you kind of got after, right? And we're pretty maybe forceful's not the right word, but aggressive towards him as far as, tell me what's going on. Is that the
Yeah,
same
because
conversation?
that was when because right after so then I pressed for another answer, and he tells me no, right? So then so then I stand up and I start walking away because I'm like, I don't know what to think at this point. And that's when he said, I think I am being their fall guy. And I'm like, the fall guy for what? What is it? Tell me. What is it that they're trying to pin on you? What did they do? And he just wouldn't say anything else. And then I get frustrated again because he's not answering my questions. So I turn around and I'm going to walk away again, because I'm just so frustrated that he's not saying anything. And that's when he tells me, either I am a man of God or I am not.
Okay.
Now, at the time, because I turned around and I said, what does that mean? What does that mean, Alex? Tell me, what does that mean? It's like you can't tell me these things and not say anything to me. And I was so frustrated with him, so mad, really, because he wasn't saying anything else to me. And guilt. I thought for sure that I had given him a heart attack because I was, kind of pouncing on him, Now putting it all back, and now I understand that, they were probably telling him through blessings to do certain things, and he in his mind was either I'm following what God is telling me or I am not.
Did you have a question about that, Randy?
No.
I thought I saw you writing something down. Okay. So after he had said that, I think I'm going to be the fall guy.
I think I'm going to be their
fall guy. Did you think that Chad and Lori had done something to Tammy? Was that your impression based on that statement?
I didn't know what to think at the time. I didn't know what to think. It was so confusing for me at the time because I saw at the time I still saw Lori and Chad as a very spiritual, kind, loving, charming, law-abiding, God-fearing people.
Okay.
So there was to me it would be like, you know what I mean? So even when when he said that, I was like, the fall guy for what? Like, what was it? What is going on? You know what I mean? And like I couldn't even process it or put two and two together. What is it? So what was it that they would do?
Okay.
I mean, these things didn't even come together for me until like months and months and months of me thinking and processing and putting things together. You know what I mean? Because to tell you the truth, until they found the remains of the children, I still thought that there was a possibility that they had them hiding somewhere, that the kids were going to be alive.
That's what we all hoped too.
I really believed that they had them hiding somewhere. I believed them. I really did. That's what they were saying, that they were keeping them safe.
So on these conference calls with you and Chad and Lori, and then there was Melanie and Ian, you guys talk about a code word to make sure it's safe to talk. Do you remember talking about that with them?
Yeah, because remember I told you that the day that Alex and I were going to Vegas, that day, when I got back from the spa, he wasn't in the house. And so then I called him and I said, hey, where are you at? And he's like, oh, I'm in the walkway in the green field behind the house with Gib and Melly. So he's like, just come out back here and meet us back here. So when I got to where they were at, that's what they were talking about. They were making a code word to say, this is safe to talk, this is not safe to talk.
Do you remember what the words were?
So it was pretty bird,
That reminds me, I know it's silly, Dumb and Dumber. He's like, pretty bird. Every time I hear pretty bird, I think of that movie. I don't know. It's silly. But anyway, how's everybody doing? I know, code words. I don't know. But I think she's probably given a lot of information that they need. So I don't know if there's some kind of agreement, right? So I don't know what it is, but all right, I'm going to continue, guys. Sorry.
and the other one was not happy Bob.
Not happy Bob.
So which one meant it was okay to talk? Pretty bird?
I think it's the opposite. I think that pretty bird was not.
Okay.
And then not happy Bob meant it was okay.
Not happy Bob. Meant it was okay. Okay. So whose phone number did you call because they would call you from Ian's phone. Whose phone number would you call to conference everybody through?
I think they had so many numbers. I don't remember.
Yeah, they did have a lot. And that's kind of what we're trying to figure out is whose phone you were calling to conference everybody in together. Because every time they would call you, and then you would do the calling.
I think so. Or I think sometimes we will call and they will call back. And sometimes they will call, they will answer, and then three-way the other person. I think it was a couple of times it was Chad's phone, and then I think a couple of times it was the Lori's new phone number, or the last phone number known that we knew anyways.
Okay.
I think it was both of them. Off the top of my head, I couldn't remember which one it was.
Okay.
And I don't think that my phone records would go back that far.
Okay.
They probably do. The numbers do.
Yeah.
So a couple times to Chad and a couple times to Lori.
Mm-hmm.
Just depending on who.
Yeah. Because a lot of times they wouldn't answer. They just, remember I told you about that ghosting that they would do.
Mm-hmm.
So a lot of times we would call one number and then they wouldn't answer, then we would call the other number, and sometimes they would answer and sometimes we would call the other number again. So there was a lot of that calling and no answer, and then sometimes they would call back.
And that's when they lived in Hawaii.
Well, they were in Hawaii, but at the time.
Because that was after November
Right.
26th or 27th.
Yeah. And I thought for sure that they were I thought they were somewhere in Utah or somewhere in there, because one time there was this conversation, and they were laughing because they said that Lori had gotten stuck in her car because of a storm, and she couldn't move in her car, and she had to spend some hours or like part of the night or the whole night somewhere until she could actually get through the storm. So at the time I thought, in my mind I thought that it was like a snowstorm that she couldn't get through, and I thought, well, probably Utah, that's what I was thinking, but I don't know if it was a storm over there, or were they here still and before they left for Hawaii? I don't know. But,
Or were they telling you that to put you off? What was where they were
right.
gonna be?
It's possible also. Yeah. Right. And that's one of the things that she would say would be, for your protection, we're not telling you where we're at. For your protection.
So how come you were the designated, or how come you were always the one who would make the calls? How come it wouldn't be Ian or Melanie or anybody else within the group that would call Chad Maury?
I don't know. I guess it was just kind of like I just kind of take over kind of thing. I don't know. Maybe. There was no really a particular reason why I would. There wasn't like a designation or anything like that.
Did everybody know their number in the group?
At that time, no, they didn't, because I remember one of those conversations. I remember that we put Melly on the phone, and I remember she just started crying and crying because they weren't answering calls, and that one of the numbers, I guess, wasn't working anymore. So she hadn't talked to them since they had left Rexburg.
And when you say Melly, that's Melanie Boudreaux.
Yeah. Because the way that they were, part of the manipulation and part of that indoctrination and getting you to be part of this needing them and being close to them and stuff like that, was their constant offering you a blessing of comfort, or offering you a blessing of something that was going to happen, so promising you something. So it was almost as if when you get that on a constant basis all the time, and then all of a sudden you don't, it's almost as if you're like, whoa, what happened there? You know what I mean? All of a sudden you feel like, oh my goodness, I have no guidance now. You see that? And I believe that I can't say how Melly was feeling at the time, but I would imagine that she was feeling like, she hadn't had any contact or anything from them since they left Rexburg. So I remember her being in tears having that conversation.
So kind of off what you said is, when she was in tears, and did she or anybody ask you for their numbers? If they, because they knew you had them, right? Because you were the one that was calling. So did they ever say, or after the conference call when she talked, and you talked to Chad and Lori, did Alex or Melanie or Ian or anybody ask you, say, hey, well, can you forward me their number? I'd like to call them and talk to them. Or was it just you that solely had their?
No, they had their number too. They had their number. If I'm not mistaken, it's probably, I can't say for sure, but I'm thinking that it was probably given to Melly that day during the call.
During one of the conference calls.
Yeah. I don't remember. I really don't know why that kind of became like a pattern. Yeah. Like, I mean, I didn't even see it as a pattern until until you're bringing it up. I didn't even realize that it had become a pattern like that. So, and it's possible that it was part of that, manipulation, part of that, you're the contact person kind of thing, or, putting you in this. This is one thing that now that we're talking about this, one of the things that they started saying to me from the beginning was that putting me in a position of being so special. Like Lori and Chad used to say to me often, your mission is the most important one. We have to take care of you more than we have to take care of anyone else, because your mission is most important and more important than anybody else's. They always said that to me from the beginning.
Okay.
And there was, Lori would say that sometimes when we would just get together, she would, say that, everybody has to, make sure that you're praying and taking care of Zulema, because her mission is the most important.
Okay.
And if they had some pretty crazy plans, I mean, now it would make sense why.
Yeah.
I would be the most important if that's,
Yeah.
if that was part of the final plan.
So along those lines, with you being the most important mission, and I know we've talked about this a little bit as far as your marriage with Alex. Was Chad or Lori directing you to marry Alex?
They were suggesting it, and they were saying that we should be together. Chad did give me a blessing one time, saying that I would get married again. And I remember telling him, I don't know about that. I'm like, I already told myself that I was never going to be married again, so I don't know about that. But I do have a feeling, even though I never heard it myself, I do have a feeling that they were probably saying that to Alex.
So did Chad or Lori ever tell you, as part of your mission, that you need to marry Alex, or that part of your mission is marrying Alex?
So the way that they presented it was that in order for people to finish their missions, they always had to have somebody that was going to be equal in their, in their spirituality, equal to them, and that they were going to be a helper to complete that mission. So then they started saying, Alex will be part of that for you. He will be the person who will be able to help you with your mission, and he will be the supporter that you will need, and things like that.
So did you believe that in order for your mission to be complete, that you needed to marry Alex? Did you believe that?
I wasn't sure, to tell you the truth, if I really had a mission. I kind of took their word for what they were saying. Like often they would say, okay, Zulema, we want you to do this. And I would go, okay. And I would just say a prayer or whatever. And then they would say, oh, Zulema, this is what you did. So it was never like I would be able to, you know what I mean? Like, am I really doing any of this stuff? Or are they just like saying that because they were confirming it for me, or, stuff like that. So I I had a lot of like things that were in my mind that were like, I don't know about this. So it was a lot I used to tell them all the time, I'm putting that on the shelf until I can understand it, or until I have more information, or, you know, or whatever, you know, a prompting or something about that. And I kept, you know, praying about, you know, about Alex. And he was like, he was there, you know what I mean, from the beginning. He was like, I want a relationship, you know, and I'm not messing around. He was like, you know, I want to get married. And I mean, he was insistent about it. And I was like, no, wait, let's wait. No, I don't have an answer. I'm not sure about that. And I had my doubts, let me put it that way. I had my doubts. And then I kept praying. And then once Alex and I got to know each other a little bit better, and we started spending time together and talking to each other, I really started liking him. And the things I liked the most about him was that he was the kind of person that I could go deep conversations and deep discussions about the scriptures, and he knew the scriptures very well. And sometimes we would sit on the phone for like 2 hours discussing scriptures. And I'm like, I've never been able to do anything like that with anybody. I mean, much less, you know, someone who was interested in me. You know what I mean? So when I went there, I think I went there in October, I think it was, around October 7th. He was ready to get married. He was like, he said that he had called, I guess another county where you could just go, kind of like Las Vegas type thing. You can just go and you can get your license and you can get married right away. And he was like, I mean, he was
ready to go.
He was ready to go, and I was like, no, Alex. I'm like, I am not 100% sure that I want to do this, so I need to wait. I need to wait. And he's like, okay, we'll wait. As long as you want to, we'll wait. I mean, he wanted to, but he wasn't like pressuring me. You know what I mean? He just said that he was ready. And then when he was coming back down from Rexburg, for when he was coming down for Thanksgiving, a couple of days, I think it was the day before he arrived, I was praying and I was asking, and I just got this feeling that, like, okay, I think that it's time for me to marry him.
Do you think Alex was pressuring you because Chad and Lori wanted him to get married to you?
Mm-hmm. It's possible.
And this might be a tough question. Do you think Alex truly loved you, or was just doing it because Chad and Lori told him to?
I have asked that myself many times, and I don't know if someone could actually fake it that well. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
If I didn't love somebody, I don't know if I could be that doting over that person. At least I couldn't fake it. Maybe he could. And if he could fake it, then he was a really good faker, okay? Because he was like, he doted over me. And maybe that's one of the things that they told him to do. Maybe that's what maybe that was his orders that they had given him, was for him to be doting over me. But he would, like, from the minute that he got up until he went to bed, he made sure that I was happy, that I was taken care of, that I had everything. Like I told you, I mean, one day I was like, you know what sounds really good right now, Alex? He's like, what? I was like, salsa and chips. And he got up and he picked up his kids and goes, I'll be right back. And he was out the door. He went and got me chips and salsa, and he came back. He goes, here you go. And he would say it all the time, as you wish. As you wish. So I don't know. It is a possibility that, yes, he could have taken that yet, so it had to be a really, really good faker.
Were you in love with him when you got married, or were you doing it because Jen
I
and
know.
Lori?
I loved him. I loved Alex very much.
I'm just gonna go back on a couple questions on his. Before we stopped the first time, we were in the hospital with Alex, and I think it was Chandler or Gilbert that was in there. Gilbert Police in the hospital as well. Your son-in-law said that he has an attorney now, so if you want to talk to us, talk to the attorney. What did he need an attorney for at that time?
You mean what did he need an attorney, or what did he need an attorney?
And I might have misunderstood you before Garrett stepped out the first time. You were telling Ray once Alex was in the hospital, you were there, and I believe your son-in-law was there, and the Gilbert police were asking something, and he mentioned to him that either he has an attorney or there's an attorney for Alex, so talk to the attorney now. Was he talking about Alex having an attorney at that time, or was he talking about himself having an attorney? Does that make sense?
Yes. So he was talking about he was saying that his attorney to talk to his attorney because he was going to be representing me from then on.
Talk to Alex's attorney?
No,
to
my son-in-law's attorney.
Okay, why would he need an attorney? I guess is what I'm asking.
Why did he have an attorney?
Yeah, why would he need one at that time?
So what happened was that my son-in-law came out of a parking lot from, I think it was...
Let me cut you off and tell the story. I don't think he cares why your son-in-law knew the attorney. Did your son-in-law need an attorney under this investigation?
Under this, no, not under this investigation.
Okay,
It
so
was
the
for
police
something
attorney was
else.
for her. Oh, he contacted an attorney that he knew for her.
Okay.
Yes.
And I guess that's what I'm getting at. Why did you feel you needed an attorney at that time?
I didn't. He felt that I
He
did.
felt, okay, all right, that's what I was, sorry if that was confusing.
I was so out of it at the time. I didn't
Yeah, there's
even
a lot going
know.
on.
I didn't know what was coming or going, and he was adamant. He was like, nope, you are not speaking to the police without an attorney. And then I remember when I got home, they tried to interrogate me again. This time they said that they were going to separate me and the kids and interrogate us again. And then again my son-in-law called and said, your attorney is going to be calling
Gotcha.
the person, and said, just because he had taken me to his car, and so he's like, just get out of the car, tell him that he needs to talk to your attorney, go inside, tell the kids that you're not answering any more questions, and that to talk to the attorney from now on. So I went inside and I told the kids that.
Was there a reason why he thought you needed an attorney? Did you know? Or was it just, he knew, did you know?
He had had a really bad experience with the police just prior to that. That's the reason why he knew that. A really bad experience. And he just...
Didn't trust police.
Yeah.
During the time when you talked to Lori and Chad and Melanie, did you ever have any other phones? Or did you always just have your one phone? And the reason why I ask this is because throughout this whole investigation, there's been throw phones over here, throw phones over there. You mentioned throw phones last time you and I spoke here. Did you ever have any other phones or phone numbers?
No.
Okay.
This is the only phone number I had. I did get a phone, like I told you guys, the day that Alex died. because the police took my phone and I needed to have a phone until they returned it.
Okay.
So,
And that might have been dozing off or something. You might have already talked about this. Well, I know we talked about the code words and all that. When would you need to use code words, and why did Chad and Lori think that code words were necessary?
so the way that they had expressed it was because, you were a high level 6 dark person, and so
I'm
was
sure you would
your
have been too. I mean, that's just.
Oh, yeah,
so was your partner, right?
I'd be his boss.
And you guys were seeking their destruction, and you guys were working with Kay seeking their destruction, and they needed to have protection because, they were saying that the kids were safe and they had them in a safe place. So, in order for them to be safe from you and your Kay and your partners, because you were all very high level dark people.
Gotcha. Okay, that makes sense. Do you mind looking in your phone to see if I've got a number, and I was wondering if it might match up to someone you might know.
Okay?
It's 602-290-7288.
602-290?
Yeah.
Nothing comes up. But for some reason that 290, isn't that part of Alex's number?
It's in your phone, it should populate.
Yeah.
I know what to zero. See, there's a lot of stuff then. My granddaughter got a hold of that phone that I had during those.
Everything.
And I don't know if you knew this, but I didn't know this, that if your phone and your old phone are connected to the same Wi-Fi, that if you do something on the old phone, it will show up on your new phone.
Gotcha.
So she deleted like
Deleted all that?
hundreds and hundreds of phone numbers
Oh,
from
no.
my phone. I'm still trying to recoup them, so.
Do you still have Chad in your phone at all?
I think so.
What do you have his numbers?
He had one that he kept all the time. Let me see if it's still there. No, it's not. Okay, let me see if I can find it under my text. See if that's one of the ones that got deleted. Okay, I have 208-690-9374.
Okay. Was that the only one?
I'm looking, let's see if there is any other one. I don't see another one.
Okay. I know, throughout all this, looking into stuff, Chad went by another name, Raphael. Do you have that in your phone by chance?
Oh, let me see. Maybe. No, I don't. But,
Does that ring a bell with you though, the Raphael?
But I remember he had changed the number, and Alex asked me for it, and his number was 602-290-7288. Is that the one that you were just asking me for?
Yep.
Yeah.
So
That's
whose is it?
Chad's.
That's Chad's. And Alex texted you that.
Yes.
When did he text you that? Do you still have that?
He texted me that on December 5th.
Okay.
So on Zulema, on a couple of those recordings, you refer to him, Chad, as Raphael. Is that what you called him normally, or did you normally call him Chad?
I would call him Chad.
Chad.
Mm-hmm.
So when did you call him? Sometimes you just call him Raphael, because on one of those you say, "Let me call Raphael's calling through." Is that just sometimes you would call him that, or
Yeah, because
during certain times? Or?
I think that Alex used to call him Raphael a lot. So if I was saying something like that, it's probably because Alex was with me, because he would call him that.
Gotcha.
So,
Well, you still had it in your phone. That's good. The number.
yeah. I mean, I don't have that particular number in my text or in my phone, but I remember him asking me for the number. And I remember me saying, Raphael just reached out to me and he has a new number.
Oh, nice. And that was on the 5th of December?
On the 4th.
Oh, 4th.
And
Okay.
then Alex asked me for it on the 5th.
Gotcha.
And then on the 6th, I remember he went and got pizza for all of us to have dinner. And then on the 7th, he went to Mexico
Okay.
and came back sick.
I was just doing follow-up on that. Did you have any more?
Do you still have some?
No.
Yeah, Zulema, we appreciate it. I know you hate to talk about this stuff, and
I want to help.
and we appreciate it, and that's why, I don't know what the defense plan is going to be with Chad and Lori. It could be that they try to throw everybody else under the bus, and they try to use different things or say different things. That's why it's super important if you can remember anything. That way we can get out in front of it before defense has a chance to
Get it. And
get it and
Jared knows
on the
that.
stand. So
Jerry knows that right now.
we just want to make sure that we're crossing our T's and dotting our I's with everything. That way we can come out in front of it.
You guys, I still have those pair of scissors in my house, right?
Oh, Lori's
Lori's
scissors.
that are $100 and something or $300
They're
and something.
$1,000.
Oh, that's way up.
Serious scissors.
But yeah, like Ray said, we appreciate it.
I always have that feeling that there was something really nefarious about her giving me those scissors. I still do.
And she gave them to you when she came home from Hawaii, right? When you met him and
When they had just gone back for getting married.
the layover or whatever.
Yep. And for some strange reason, in my mind, because I'm trusting people, in my mind, I was like, oh yeah, she can't take him on the plane with her, so And then my daughter said, Mom, she just got off of a plane with him. Why couldn't she take him back on the plane with her?
Well, let me do some checking. Maybe do you want them, or do you?
I don't want to have anything to do with
I mean,
that.
maybe we can just.
It's just really, it's so bizarre. Why would she hand me those things? It makes absolutely no sense for her to hand
I
me
wonder
those
how she got on the plane with him in the first place, and then didn't want him to go.
Does
on
she
another
check
plane.
bags, do you know? Because they could be in check bags.
Yeah.
don't know.
Oh, yeah, I guess I could.
If there was a check bag, or it could have been missed, you know. Lots of possible explanations.
And
but-
the other thing that I remember that I was telling Garrett was that when we were in Vegas, I don't know if you guys knew, but Alex was a massage therapist, and my back was bugging me, and after the trip there in the car, and he said, he's like, I'll just give you a massage and just fix your back. I'm like, okay. So, but for some strange reason, this is really weird. Like, for some strange reason, at the time, of course, I didn't think anything of it, but now I'm like all creeped out about it. He said that we needed to find a Walmart because he wanted to buy this big, huge piece of plastic to put on the bed so the oil didn't get on the bed. But it was one of those ones that you put on the floor when you
Painting.
paint. Okay. And we went to Walmart and we got it and he put it on the bed
And this is when you were in Vegas?
when we were in Vegas. Yeah, it was the day after we got married.
So you put it on the bed,
Yeah.
and he gave you the massage. And then what did you do
And
with
the
it?
weirdest thing about it was that, and this is when it gets even weirder, because after that, I fell asleep. Okay, because I was so relaxed after the massage. I was so relaxed, I fell asleep. And then I remember waking up. I was in and out, and I could hear him talking. And I was like, who's he talking to? And I kept like trying to wake up. And finally, I made myself wake up, and I'm like, Alex. I'm like, who are you talking to? He's like, nobody. I was talking to myself. I'm like, okay. So then, I remember I took a bath, and I said, let's watch a movie. And he was on his phone, I think playing his game or something. And he was like super quiet. It was totally eerie for Alex, because Alex usually he was like joking, and you would say something and he would find one way or another to make it into a joke and make it funny, and he was always making you laugh and laughing at himself or making a joke about something, but he said nothing for the rest of the evening. Nothing.
Well, that's really weird that he had you lay on plastic.
So maybe I'm just a little too crazy now because of all the stuff that's happened, but in my back of my mind, I keep thinking that who was on the phone was Chad and Lori, and that was supposed to be my last day, and he was supposed to.
And it very well could have been. When you woke up, did you feel normal? I mean, did you feel like, when you said you were in and out of consciousness, like you were trying to wake up or you didn't feel right?
Like I was really down, I was really, really one of those ones when you're trying to wake up and you can't wake up kind of thing. I was thinking, why am I so relaxed and I can't wake up kind of thing. You know what I mean?
Did you feel drugged?
Drowsy, I was kind of really drowsy. I was like, what?
What time of day was it?
In the middle of the afternoon.
Did he give you anything to drink before that? Or make you a drink or fix you anything to eat?
I mean, I remember us going to get something to eat, and then we came back to the hotel, and I remember we did have some drinks with us. I don't know, maybe I might have had no, I didn't have a Red Bull that day. I had something with me. Might have been a water or something, I don't know, with me. I always use the little cup, I like to use the little glasses. I always have my glass with ice and whatever it was that I was drinking at the time.
So did he give you a massage? I mean, did you have oil on?
Not enough to
use?
Warrant the drop cloth.
what I dropped off, you know what I mean? It just didn't. At the time, I had no question about it. Now I'm like, why would you necessitate a whole drop cloth all over the bed to give me a massage? That just doesn't make any sense to me at all.
So did
And then the fact that he was quiet for the rest, that he said nothing.
So, do you guys think that he gave her something and he actually was trying to kill her because like the sheet and that would have been easier to get rid of the body? Or do you think she's lying? Or what do you guys think about this story that she's saying right here? She felt all drowsy. She could barely get up, like almost insinuating that he drugged her. Not saying it, but she could be really good at, doing what she does and saying this stuff, knowing what it's going to look like to these investigators. I don't know. What do you guys think? Like, if she is telling the truth, was there something in those oils that he was rubbing on her that, some kind of poison drug? I don't know. Or is she lying? I don't know. I wish she was credible and we could believe her, because that's very interesting. If this really happened, was he trying to kill her? And, but then why? When did she say this happened? Oh, this was when they were in Vegas, right? She said. So why wouldn't he have tried again? If that was the mission, if Lori told him this is what needs to be done, because obviously if he was trying to kill her, it was Lori's orders, and Chad's. So it would be like something God wanted him to do or whatever. So if that was his mission, or that was one of the things he had to do, then he would have made sure it was done. If it didn't work that night, he would have tried again, and probably until it happened, right? So that's why I'm not sure if I believe her, because he wouldn't just have let it go. He would have done it again or done it a different way. So I don't know, guys. I'm not sure what to make out of this story, but yes, exactly. That's short. I couldn't say it right, but exactly. That's what I was trying to say. If she was supposed to die, she would have died. I don't mean that I think like she was supposed to die. Like, I mean, like if that was Chad and Lori's wish and Alex was supposed to do it, then yeah, he would have made sure. He would have tried again, or he would have kept trying until it happened. So the fact that he never did and then Alex was the one that died, because, okay, so when did they get married? Remind me when the date was that Zulema and Alex got married. Because isn't that when she said this happened, when they were in Vegas? Or am I right? Man, I feel like I already screwed up like the lawyer thing. And she did say when they were in Vegas, right? The day after. So anyway, so how long, I'm trying to think how long between that date to when Alex died. So how, like, when did they get married? I can't remember. It was the same, it was like the day after or the day before when Melanie and Ian got married. So it was in November something, right? So, and he died in December. So, I mean, they would have had like a whole month. He would have had like a whole month. Wait, what are you guys saying? Let me see. I thought it was 2 weeks. What's the motivation to marry her if the next day he kills her? Yeah, that's true. Okay, so, all right. So the last week in November, and then he died, so it would have been about 2 weeks. So he would have had 2 more weeks, unless if he was just trying to plan a better plan because it didn't work and he was trying to come up with a plan. What if Zulema found out the plan somehow that he was trying to kill her? So then she went and killed him instead of him killing her. Like, what if she found out the ultimate plan and she was the one supposed to die? And so then Zulema finds out and then ends up, well, screw that, and ends up killing him. So she can't kill. I don't know. The thing is nothing would surprise me about this case. Like, even if it wouldn't surprise me if that's what happened. I don't even know. All right, I'm going to continue, guys. Sorry.
Like nothing after that. He was quiet. And that's so not Alex. Alex is not quiet.
So did you ever ask him like, man, why did we need all that, or what?
No.
And so you heard.
Jackie, wait! I just turned 40. Are you joking? I just read that. I'm like, that's not nice. Yeah, why do you start falling apart at 40? Well, you do start falling apart at 40. Oh, okay. I'm sorry.
Been talking to somebody.
And I believed him, and he was talking to himself, you know, at the time. You know what I mean? Trusting him completely.
And that was right after you guys were married.
The day after. Yeah, it's really.
But that, hey, lovely Libra, that's only if we believe that he did. That's only if we believe Zulema, that, because Zulema was the one that's telling us that Alex said that. So if Zulema is in this and is trying to hide her part or trying to hide some things, she could have made that up even about what Alex said to her. I mean, how do we even know that he really said it? Because she's been lying about a lot of things, I feel like. So it's like it's hard to even believe her. Like, even she's lying about little things. So like, yeah, she may have lied about that bag of money. Maybe she found it. She knew it was there. Maybe, and so for her to get it, she says, oh, Alex, he left it for me so then she could get it. You know what I'm saying? So it's hers. So she makes up this lie. If anything happens to me, that's for you. Therefore, to make sure she gets the money, right? I mean, I don't know. You just never know. And she knew it was there. That whole thing could be a lie just so she make sure she got the money and make sure they knew, okay, Alex said this was mine. You know, maybe, I don't even know. I don't even know. We're never going to know. That's the sucky part, because the people that know the truth aren't telling us the truth. So, all right, I'm going to continue, guys.
It is super weird.
It's super weird. Especially because he wasn't talking. And I even asked him, I said, hey, are you okay? Like you're so quiet. You're usually not quiet like this. He's like, I'm just tired. Like, okay. I'm like, well, I'm going to leave you alone then so you can rest. So I left him alone. He didn't say anything else. So I ended up watching him with a permit. I was out the keys on his phone. During the game, I think he was doing.
And it's little things like that we're super interested in. So if anything like that comes to you again, something that you may think is super small, please let Garrett know, or
we'll communicate it to you for sure.
That was super weird.
let us know. Yeah, just little things like that help us put pieces together. Was that the only time that happened?
Yeah.
Had he given you massages before?
No.
Okay.
Did he since then?
No.
So that was the one time he offered to give him a massage.
When we would get together, sometimes he would come and he would put his fingers on my neck and go. He would say, "What is it with you people? With you translated people that have such big, stressful shoulders," or something like that. He would say that, but I wasn't the only one that was receiving it. He would do it to everybody else. Just kind of like relax the neck. And then when we got back from Vegas and we were at my house, sometimes in the mornings I have a really hard time waking up, and then in the mornings I would like turn my alarm off and just sit there trying to like get up. And I remember he would like rub his finger like up and down my back and go, "You can get up, you can wake up," kind of thing, like kind of waking me up, and not a massage like he did that day.
So when you woke up from that massage, did you feel like you were way too groggy than you should have been?
I was super. I thought, I'm like, oh my goodness, he's like must be a really good, massage therapist, because I am so relaxed right now. Like I am, like so relaxed. Like I felt like, like when you get out of like the sauna. When you get out of the sauna, you're like so relaxed, you could actually take a nap. That's what I felt.
So you didn't feel out of it.
No,
it was just relaxed.
Very relaxed. Yeah, like super. What was really weird though was that in and out that I had when I was laying on the bed, because I could hear him talking and I was trying to wake up, but I kept going back down, and then I kept hearing him again talking, and I couldn't discern what he was saying. I could just hear him talking, and he was in the bathroom talking.
Does he kind of talk to himself much?
Well, not really. Not like that. Like he was actually having a conversation. Like he sounded like he was having a conversation.
Right. Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like when I talk to myself, I'm always like, say one thing or two things or something.
But what if he was on the phone in the bathroom? Maybe he was talking on the phone to somebody. You know what I'm saying? Like, hello, maybe, he was, I don't know. I mean, did that thought ever cross her mind that maybe he was on the phone in the bathroom talking to somebody? I don't know. Anyway.
McDonald's for lunch,
Yeah, something like that. But no, I think
Wendy's, you have this.
Yeah.
he was having a conversation.
Okay.
So it, now of course putting all this together and processing after, over a year, I keep thinking that he was actually on the phone with somebody when this was happening.
Never mind, she does say that. I was going to say, duh, like, thank you. I didn't realize she said that he finally, yeah. Could have been on the phone. You said you were all out of it. You weren't looking at him. You said he was in the bathroom. You hear him talking. Maybe talking on the phone. Anyway. Where's Weird Mom? I saw somebody say hi to Weird Mom, but I don't see you. Is Weird Mom in the house? I want to say hi to her, but I don't see you, Weird Mom. Anyway, all right. If you're here, hi.
There was no way that he was going to necessitate a big old drop cloth for that bed to give me a massage.
When you guys got married or prior to getting married, did you guys talk about insurance or life insurance or did you add him to anything or did he add you to anything?
No, that I know of. Mm-hmm. I know a couple people have asked me that too. But I wasn't the one that I wouldn't have had any knowledge of that, but Lori would.
Okay.
Because Charles was in that business. So.
We're here till Saturday, so if you want to give us those scissors, we'll be more than happy to take them off your hands. We can just lock them into evidence.
Okay.
If you don't want them,
No, I don't.
we can take them from you.
You don't need meetings, bring them by here anytime. It's important.
That would be great.
Mm-hmm.
We'll be here till Saturday morning.
Yeah, I think so.
So anytime between then would be fantastic.
Yeah, that's not a problem. Yeah, I'll just bring them over because I think tomorrow is my report day, so I don't have any cases tomorrow, so I'll just drop them off sometime tomorrow. Maybe
Awesome.
I'll just
Nice.
make it into my lunch hour so I can get a nice little break from
There
being
you
in
go.
the computer for
Enjoy the
15
nice
hours.
warm weather. Zulema, do you have any questions for us? Anything we can answer? Anything at
I have a lot of questions.
all? Well,
A lot of questions. I have a question on this people's sanity. I was asking myself whether it's because these people are insane or because they're just led by evil, Now I'm putting all the things together. I just really, more than ever, at the beginning I had a feeling that they had a really nefarious plan to do something to me and to Alex, or that we were the final piece, that I was the final piece to move to Vicksburg. And I feel that, by the grace of God, I didn't move there. And I always feel that kind of like dodged the bullet by not moving there. And if I would have moved there, things would be very different today.
probably.
I always thought, and now more than ever, I think that they had. And of course, the question is in my mind about, was Alex being true? Was he lying? Was he being told to do what to do? Did he really have a relationship with me because he just was following what Chad and Lori were telling him? You know what I mean? All that. And at that time in Vegas, was he supposed to kill me that day? Was he being instructed to do that? And I was thinking like, okay, he couldn't go through with, killing me, but then it's a possibility that he would have gone through to kill himself. So, all that, I have a lot of questions.
That's a lot to weigh on your mind.
Mm-hmm. So.
Well.
And I'm sorry, I can't remember much of that night. That Alex passed away. I just don't. I can't even put what happens first and what happened that time at the hospital.
Okay.
Can't remember much.
Well, like I said, if you have questions or you want to reach out or something, you go through Garrett or
Always.
you still have my card.
I do, yep. I've got you in my phone. So, I mean, I have the card, but I've got you in my phone, so it's better than a card. That's it. Cool.
Okay, well, thank you again.
Thank you.
Thanks.
Thanks, guys. Good to see you again.
Yeah,
I hope you guys got to
good
enjoy
to see you.
April in Phoenix.
Yeah. Well, and you got us to go see a Diamondbacks game. So
Yeah.
we're-
Next time you guys gotta go to the pool.
Yeah, exactly.
You guys still on track for July?
I'm not sure. Probably not.
Yeah. We were talking about that. I said I would be surprised if it went, but
Yeah. No, it'll probably be pushed back a little bit. Good.
All right, guys. So, let me take that off. Man, I didn't realize. For some reason, I didn't realize Zulema's was that long. So I'm trying to decide how I want to do this because Alex is over 2 hours long, and then we still have Tylee's and then Jason Mow's. So, and Jason Mow's is really short. Tylee's is basically pretty short because most of the time she's just sitting there by herself. I mean, the time where somebody's actually talking to her, it's really short. So I'm trying to decide how to do this, guys. I could do it in two more. I could do it in this one and do Tylee's, so that'll be like a long one and a short one, and then I could do one more, sometime this week where I could do Alex's and Jason's. So they're all these live listenings are like a little over, like about 3 hours long. So I might just do it like that. So I'll have to change the thumbnail again. So I'll just do Tylee's tonight, and then next time I'll do Alex's and Jason's. I think that's the best, right? Because like I said, Alex's is over 2 hours long, so we'll save that for another night. I'll just have to change the thumbnail and the title. Okay, so we'll do Tylee's. Yeah, we'll do Alex's later, if you guys don't mind. Just so it's not like a 5 hour live. I know I used to do like 5 or 6 hour lives. I used to do those. I actually did was it 9 hour live was my longest live I ever did? I know, 9 hours. Or was it longer than that? What was it? Remember that one day where it was like my longest, but I would do 7 hour lives like a lot, like this past summer or whatever. Wow. Yeah, not anymore, guys. I can't do that anymore. I'm 40 now, guys. I'm 40. Those 7 hour lives are done. I'm too old. Oh, my butt it hurts though. From sitting that long. Okay, so I have to admit, this chair is not the most comfortable chair. I gotta admit, it looks cool. I like the way it looked. I thought it was gonna be comfortable. My other like old like, it was probably like a chair from the 1980s. I don't know. It was just like an old, like generic chair that I had before this was a lot more comfortable, but than this. I'm disappointed in the comfort of this. It's not comfortable at all. Even the recline aspect is not comfortable. Like I don't even use it. It's not even comfortable to recline. So, like look wise, I would give it, 5 out of 5. Comfort, I would give it like 2. I mean, I'm disappointed. I was thinking about like bringing up my old chair again. I thought it was going to be so comfortable too, guys. It's not. Anyway, oh yeah, they do have the back massage. I haven't used that. Hold on, I'm going to turn it on. I forget how I do that. Hold on, guys. And then we'll play Tylee's. Hold on, give me 1 minute. I think this is for the back massage. Then you just, maybe that'll help. I haven't used that in a while. But no, I mean, still though, I was thinking about like putting it on a site to sell it or something. But then I'm like, how do I ship this? I'm not going to take this apart and like ship it. Like, how would I'd have to sell it to somebody locally. Yeah, I'm not impressed at all. I mean, that feels good, but it's still, I would get rid of it. But that does feel good. But you can hear it. It's loud. You guys hear that? So just so you know, the Down X for comfort, if you guys are thinking about ordering it, I wouldn't recommend it, to be honest. God, I should have went with the other one. I was about to get this other chair, and then I ended up running into a video of this. And I was like, oh, that looks so cool. It looks so comfortable. I just felt like the video, they made it look so comfortable, and I changed my mind and got this, and I'm regretting it. So... Oh, you can't hear? Well, you can't hear me? Wait, what do you mean? Can you not hear me? No sound? I don't have it on mute. Huh. G-Dubs. Yeah. That's funny. Oh, well, Bella, what do you mean you can't hear? Or you're saying no sound? All right, so let's oh, the chair. You can't hear that? Really? With the way these mics pick up the sound, All right, I'm already over the I'm turning it off. Okay. Oh well, guys. I might end up selling it. I don't know what I'm gonna do. And the thing is, it's a gaming chair, and gamers like aren't they on? I figured it'd be comfortable because aren't they on like on lives or gaming or whatever they do? Aren't they doing that for like hours a day? So I figured this chair's got to be comfortable because it's for those, gamers that spend how many hours probably online sitting in it. And no, I'm so disappointed. Okay, so all right, so wait, why you guys would rather do Mows than Tylee's? Okay, which one? Just vote. Which one would you guys? Which one do you guys want to do? Jason Mows or Tylee's? Because we're gonna end up doing all of them. So the next one after this, next live after this, we'll do what's his name? Alex and whoever we don't do today. I mean, we could do Mows or Tylee's, whatever. Which one? Gamers are 12. Oh, well, maybe. Are they really? I thought. Oh, maybe that's my mistake. I didn't realize. Oh, Randy. Yay. G-Dubs in the house. Or, I mean, not in the house. I meant. Member. Thank you for being a member. Yeah. Okay, Tylee. Let's see who has the most. Well, I'm just gonna do Tylee because I have hers up and it looks like most people are saying that. And anyway, but the next one will be Alex and Jason. So the next live, or at least the next live I do on this. I don't know if that'll be the next live I do in general but the next live I do on of watching these. Okay, so for hard asses, you only play game. Yeah. I see. That's a good idea. Okay, then you're right. We'll do Jason's because that is a good idea to play Alex and Tylee's together for the next live, because then we'll be like fresh on hearing both of their stories on what happened that day and seeing the differences. Good call, Jackie. So that is a good idea. Let's do Jason's now. Thanks for saying that. All right. You guys understand? Because then they're talking about the same event, so then we could really pick out any differences. All right. Hold on. Let me get it shared because I had Tylee's up instead. So let me get Jason's real quick. Oh, Jason Mow, he was the, some people don't know who he is. He was the ex-cop that was friends with Melanie and Lori. He did the podcast with Melanie and Lori. He was just like one of their followers, you know, one of the people in their little cult, if you want to call it, or whatever you want to call it, but in, you know, their beliefs. If you do I have the one uploaded a while ago, I uploaded it. And I'm sure, I think other people have uploaded. Yeah. But it's the podcast where you'll hear Melanie, Jason, and Lori. What is it called again? Warrior, or not Warriors. Oh, I can't even think. It's been so long since I listened to it. Okay, hold on one second. And remember when they're interviewing, remember that interview with Tylee, Melanie, and Lori when Charles called the Charles called the cops and they locked him out and he took her purse and that whole issue, and then the body cam of when they went to the police station and they were talking about their friend Jason Mow, who was a cop, and they're, you know, trying to use that in their favor to say, oh yeah, you know, our friend Jason, he used to be a cop and blah blah blah. All right, hold on, let me find it real quick. Where is it? Where is it? I just uploaded it. I have it. Hold on, guys. All right, where the heck is it? This is weird. I'm just overlooking it. This happens all the time. It's got to be here because I just uploaded it. I have to play. What? Hold on, guys. 1 second. Something's not making sense here. I want to make sure that I did the right one then, because it's not coming up. Did I accidentally? Hold on a second. Like I said, I had Tylee's up, so I'm sorry that I'm not. No, this is the right one. Well, where the heck? Hold on. I'm overlooking it in my files because I just had it. It has to be here. Because they go to a certain place when I export them before I upload them to my YouTube. And I uploaded that today. Oh, thanks. Hold on. I'm missing some super chats. Hold on, guys. Duality Reality. Thank you. Hold on. I'll be right there. There it is. Oh, see, I was just overlooking it 50 million times here, and it's right there. Okay. So it's like, what is going on? Thank you, Duality Reality. And there was another one I missed too. Thank you. You are awesome. And Ministina, Casey, and Thor. Thank you, Ministina, Casey, and Thor. All right. I'm glad I caught those. All right. Thank you, guys. Okay. So you guys ready for Jason Mow? And there's actually, you know what? I never actually did upload, like way back. I found these videos of like him, like he's giving like speeches out. He's outside somewhere and he's giving like a lecture or something. And I always meant to upload that. I don't think I ever did. This was like last year or whatever, but you could find, I'm sure somebody's uploaded them. But I think somebody I think I found him on Facebook, so I don't think I found him on YouTube, but I'm sure somebody on YouTube probably did. Maybe I'll look through my files and upload it. But he's basically, you know, preaching or whatever. Jason Mow. So I'll have to see if I could find it. Maybe upload it. All right. 14 asterisks. What's up? Are you going to bed? Who's going to bed, G-Dubs or Bella? G-Dubs in the house. Did I get to say that yet? All right, so here we go. Jason Mow. I'm going to go.
I didn't know that.
I had some bad memories in this
I did not know that.
I believe she used the word incompetent more than once.
Sorry.
Oh, yeah. You know, I hate working after lunch.
I really do.
All right, Jason, I appreciate you coming down here. I don't want to take too much time, like I said earlier, but you know, I just wanted to meet you, chat with you for a little bit, kind of tell you a little bit about why we've asked you to be here. And so I'm gonna just jump right into that, not waste a lot of time here. The reason we want to talk to you is because throughout this investigation, we're kind of looking ahead at potential problems. One of the potential problem here is that making accountability for everybody on particular days.
Mm-hmm.
Trying to also look into the future and seeing what defense counsel might try to bring up and being able to have an answer for them. And so that's one of the reasons we've asked you to come in here, probably the biggest reason actually. So, and there's reasons for that I'll tell you after we're done. But I'm trying to get accountability of where, and it's going to take a little bit of thought on your part too. Maybe I'm looking for some dates to place you in locations.
Okay.
Have you ever been to Idaho?
Yeah, several times.
Now, somebody told me, does your sister live in Idaho?
Mm-hmm. She was an expert.
And she's married to by the principal Bone. Is that what I understand?
Mm-hmm.
I just found that out today. I know him.
Do you? Michael
Yeah.
Bone? Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, when is my sister?
Yeah, I coached this kid in football.
Oh, Jackson?
Yeah, quite a while ago. A great kid when he's growing up.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, I know. Your sister taught my daughter dance.
Yep. That's what
For
she
a few
does.
years.
That's what she does.
So yeah, I was pleasantly surprised when I found that out. They're good people. They're very good people. Both of them. Dude, I mean, they're just good people. Anyway, so I'm not exactly sure how we're going to do this, but I'd like to get some accountability of where you were on, let's say, well, actually, let's go October 9th and October 19th of 2019. I know that's a big job. I understand that, but if there's any way.
Let me check my phone and see if I got my calendar back that far. I don't even know what I had for breakfast.
Let's see. I mean, it would have been in the fall. Were you up there in Idaho? Do you recall in the fall at all? In 2019?
Go back there. October. I don't have my glasses with me. Crap. Are those readers?
They are.
I didn't know.
We just call them old man readers.
Yeah.
Because we all have a pair.
I don't have anything here that says that I was in October 2019. I don't have anything that says that.
Would you normally have something booked if you had it planned?
In October, I wasn't teaching then, so it's possible that I was doing a lot of traveling back then, a lot of speaking all over the country. But that usually was in I have it here, if I did anything.
What about the 9th? Yeah, be on the 9th?
That would be a Wednesday. No, I don't have anything on a Wednesday, October 19th. And on 9th and the 19th. The 19th, I did an event at Feed My Starving Children here in the Valley.
On what day?
October 19th. I did that.
Where's it been?
According to my calendar, I was at Feed My Starving Children October 19th,
Okay.
which is they package food. So it was probably for my church and took the youth there.
Feed my-
Yeah,
Feed My
Feed My
Starving
Starving Children. That's what my calendar says. Did you need to see that?
No, I got it.
And then October 9th, I don't have anything for October 9th.
Okay.
Thanks, man.
Feed that starving
You
children.
may need them more.
That doesn't have anything to do with that organization that Christine
Atwood?
Atwood has anything to do with.
Oh, I have no idea.
Do you know who she is?
The name is familiar. It's a place in Mesa. It's over by where the Fiesta Mall used to be, and it's
Yeah.
a processing center.
Okay.
You bring volunteer groups come in, and one guy pours a cup of rice, one guy pours a cup of
Oh.
beans into a package, and then they seal it.
And sometimes
Package.
teams compete against each other for how
Yeah.
many they can package up
Yeah.
in one sitting.
This Christine Atwood, she has a charity that she runs or is involved with, and it has to do with
Oh, you know what? I know who she is. Yeah, I know what you're talking about. No, it
a
doesn't.
different one.
Yeah.
Okay. So that was 19, nothing on the 9th. If I asked you to look through any financials, or generally the best way to do it is financials, or do you got any, oh God, you got any calls or texts that go back to the 19th,
The 19th or the 9th?
or excuse me, the 9th or the 9th? Well, I guess 9th, really the 9th.
Calls?
Calls, texts.
It's a good question. I have no idea.
I know with my phone, I got stuff.
They do cycle off after a while.
Geez, I got stuff on there from, it's silly. I just need to go.
How long have you had that phone in particular?
This one in particular, less than a year.
Oh,
Yeah, my
It probably
category
will.
doesn't go back. It drops off. Well, it's reloading. Sorry.
okay. Well, it was worth a shot. I mean,
No, it doesn't seem to want to go back that far.
You normally use your debit card when you go out and about to like
When
get
I'm-
food or whatever?
Almost 100%. Yeah. Unless I'm traveling, then I use my business card for everything.
And if you had the ability to online go back in time for those records to check those dates where you're using the card, that could be helpful.
I just want to see, I want to just be able to say, okay, we talked to Jason. He said this is where he was. This is how we show where he was.
Okay. Am I getting drug into this?
It's, I think, more of along the lines of to not.
Yeah.
Did he tell you what's happening to me online and the social media because of all this?
I would tell you that I kind of keep track of that on my own just by being involved in the case. I know that you've taken a hammering on it.
Yeah.
So, and I feel bad for you. I truly do. I think it's probably undeserved.
I mean, they got wanted posters out for me. Some of these wingnuts. They're canceling my shows. They're messing with my employment. I mean, they try to get my books canceled.
Yeah. So like Dan said, one of the best ways, and you know this,
I do.
You're a cop, you were a cop.
You don't have to give it to me. You don't have to sugarcoat it. What do you mean?
What I want, what I really need, is you to consent to just give us some DNA, so a mouth swab. Here's why. Some of this evidence we have is forensics, and I want to be able to say that any DNA that we come up with is not yours. Before the defense comes up and says, well, did you go test him? Did you talk to him? Because Jason, if you don't think that's a possibility here,
I know.
that's exactly the way they're going to try. They're going to come from every angle, from everybody.
I know. Swab
That's
it.
why I want to put you here.
I have
Not
nothing
my
to do
fault.
with this. Swab it. I got what you got.
I mean,
Whatever I have to do to get myself away from this crowd.
I think this is probably the best way, because then you can say there's nothing here that indicates this.
Nope.
So we'll go find something else. And you're not the only one we're getting with.
So I think my stuff's already on file.
Probably. I know your prints are for sure.
Yeah.
Do you want to collect or do you want me to?
No, you go ahead. I'll watch it.
Are you taking this back to Idaho, or are you having it?
I'll take it back to Idaho, and if we come up with, because a lot of stuff is still at the lab. In fact, they're arguing today. Should be arguing today. So you can probably get online and watch it. But they should be arguing today on some DNA testing. If we get DNA that's that we don't know whose it is, we may send that and say, compare this. But you know,
I know. I know.
I'm truly just doing this to make sure that, you know, you're accounted for.
I know.
You're not there.
Every bunch of those kids needs to burn in hell, so. If you want me to.
I can't agree with you more.
That list is getting long. So you still doing much traveling and doing any, or how many?
COVID shut everything
Did it?
down. Yeah, I was. Matter of fact, I was the last time I was in Idaho. I lectured at the Y there. I was for Education Week.
Really?
One of the guest lecturers there.
During Education Week.
Yeah.
How long? When was that?
Last year was it that? No, it was before COVID, so it's 2 years ago.
No, just cheeks. There we go.
But that was over the summer. I think it was on Education Week.
Yeah, I don't live too far from your sister's wedding.
Their son, Jackson, was on his mission and he had to come home. He was having some.
Did he?
Yeah, he was having some transitional problems, so he had to come home and straighten himself out.
He's a good kid.
He is.
He's a good kid. I wish he would have stayed playing.
Every time I see him, he wants to spar with me because he's all into that taekwondo.
Is he?
He likes rolling around with me.
See that? Didn't he take karate?
Yeah, he did taekwondo for many years, and he switched over. He went straight MMA for a little bit before he left.
Because I think I remember something about when he started coming playing football that he was doing some karate or something. He's a big kid, or he was. I haven't seen him in a
He's
while.
solid. He's thick. It's like trying to wrestle a tree trunk down.
Huh.
But his love is music, though. He can play anything. It's awesome. He's got all kinds of instruments that he can play.
Now his dad's just a little weird. I was in his office. And I think he was actually the author of these books. Doesn't he write books
He wrote a couple. Like a pirate book.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, and we were sitting there talking about it, and he's telling me about it. I'm like, I never would have thought you would be into that like you were. To write stories like that.
Yeah.
Each your own, good deal. All right. Jason, were you at all up in Idaho during the month of September or October of 2019?
I don't think so. I can't remember. There's nothing on my calendar, so.
Would you check for me?
Yeah,
I mean, just,
absolutely.
and then we'll reach back out to you, or I'll leave you with the card. You can get
And you
hold
want
of me.
you want pictures of my financial records for
I
that
think
month?
if you could provide, I guess, particulars to show your location with financials, that would be
I would
fabulous.
really on the I'm really curious about the 9th or the 19th.
Okay.
But if you were
But
up
also the
there,
one in
So I don't
September.
forget, can you guys write the dates down that you can do this one?
yeah, and then also, if you were up there anytime between the months of the 1st of August until the 1st November
Of the 19th?
of 19. You were up there a couple years ago and gave that talk. Where was that at? Oh, not at BYU. Or you said it was at BYU, but
Well, I've been up there a few times. I actually spoke at the school. I spoke at the Tabernacle.
Okay, so let's just talk a little bit about those dates. So August 19th was the day Tammy died. Now, August 9th, was that the day that masked man came with they thought paintball gun up to Tammy out in the yard? I'm thinking, because I can't find that date, the 9th. It has to be that date, because October 2nd is the date that the attempted murder on Brandon was October 2nd. So the 9th, I'm pretty sure, is that. So do they think that was him? Because in the reports, they said they described that as being Alex that did that. Remember that Alex was the one that came up, and was that in the preliminary hearing, or there was somewhere where they used him as being the guy? Remember, maybe it was in those 2,500 documents that were released somewhere. In one of their documents, it said they described Alex as the one going up and with that so-called paintball gun or whatever. But wonder if they have information that Alex was with somebody, or they're not so sure it was Alex, or maybe they think somebody was driving, maybe he was with them. I don't know. But yes, he was nervous. His head got red. It's easy to tell on him because he's bald. So when they said DNA, when they originally said that, like, you could tell, like, I felt the nerves, like, just by looking at him. His head got all red, and you could just, he's definitely nervous. So he's definitely probably hiding something, because if you have nothing to hide, like, why would you be nervous? Like, I feel like there's something that he's nervous about. Whether I'm not convinced that he has a part in the murders, but there's probably something he's like not so sure that, oh shoot, I was there, or I saw this, or I know this. There's something I feel like he's holding back, that he's nervous about. I'm not sure, like I said, if it's that he actually did any of the murders or anything like that, but maybe like he was somewhere where he shouldn't have been or something. I don't know. What do you guys think? Because they have DNA. I mean, he didn't refuse it at all. He just got a little bit nervous, or a lot nervous or whatever, but he didn't refuse it. He gave it to him. So I don't think he's probably nervous necessarily that, as far as the kids, because like he made that remark about the kids, like whoever, ever did that, they should burn in hell or whatever. So, but I just wonder if he was with somebody when they did something, or something or he wasn't sure if, what took place, and he's unsure, or something he's a little nervous about, I feel like. But I mean, that's all I have to say so far, about this. What do you guys think? No, because the attempted murder, that was the October 2nd, and they keep asking him the 9th and the 19th, which the 19th is the day Tammy died, and the 9th, I'm just guessing, is the day that somebody approached her, because, right? I think that's what I have to look it up, but I'd have to go through my files, but I'm guessing because there's nothing else that it could be, from like the dates that we know of. Okay, so I'm going to continue. Wait, what else? I think he didn't know what they knew, but gave it to them so they wouldn't be more suspicious. Yeah, that's true. Definitely. But I don't think he was the one who did anything necessarily, but I'm just thinking that maybe he was with somebody, like, because why do they think that he was a part of the 9th and the 19th? Those are the dates they're asking, really. They're really focusing on. So I wonder if they know something, that he was with Alex that day, or was he the guy? I don't know. I was thinking it was Alex, but all right. So yeah. Okay. Thanks, Jackie. So it is for sure. Oh, trust that. Yeah. So that is the date that the incident with Tammy. And if you guys are not aware of that, that's the date that somebody approached her when she was like getting out of her car. She thought it was a paintball gun. She made a post on Facebook. Weird incidents. He had a mask on. He came up with a paint. She said paintball gun. And then he ran in the back, and Chad came out and the guy ran in the back. So and it looked like that the paintball gun. Well, she thought it was paintball. Like it got froze up, or it didn't. Or were we saying that? How did she describe that? I gotta find the post. I had it in one of my videos. I have to go back through my files or find exactly how she worded the incident. But now, after the fact, we know that it was probably somebody trying. It was a failed attempt of trying to kill her the first time, is what I'm guessing. So whether it be Alex or Jason or whatever, and then it didn't work, and they had to go with a different plan. Jammed, yeah. But does she say that? That's what I'm trying to think, Jackie. Does Tammy word that it jammed, or we all thought that? And I don't forget. It's been so long since I've looked into this. I forget if she worded it like that, or we all just assumed, oh, it probably jammed, and that's probably why nothing happened. Or does she actually word that the paintball gun jammed? That's what I can't remember how she worded it. That's off. But okay. So I'm going to continue. She worded it. Okay, thank you. I got to find that post. I know it's in one of my videos that I did. I have over 100 val of it now after all these. I would say before I started talking about them again, like before new things are coming up, I had over 100 videos just on this case from like last year, or the last 2 years. So I don't know which video it's in. So I'm going to have to find it. I should be able to find it somewhere because I want to see the exact post. It's been so long. Okay. Thanks. If somebody has it like on hand, you could email me. All right. I'm going to continue this, guys.
I spoke at Mike Bones School. What was this? I spoke at a fireside at a church there. I've been up there a couple times. I spoke in Blackfoot. I did book signings in Rexburg and Idaho Falls. I got a huge fan base.
So let's do this then. If you were up there through the month of the 1st of August through the 1st of November, whether it be Blackfoot, Idaho Falls, any of those surrounding areas towards Rexburg, let me know where that was.
Okay.
And the dates. But I'm really particular about if you were up in the Rexburg area through at the 1st of August through November 1st.
Okay.
So anything you can help us out, just to
Can I just forward it to Coons or send it to you?
either or. I'll give you my card. But either or.
You still have mine. My email's on the bottom there.
Okay. Yeah, I thought I had your number, but you should get a new phone.
No, that one was updating, so I had to get with you.
That's
So
right.
Yeah, let's see your pen. Oh, never mind.
you still have it.
Got it. Got it. I'm just gonna write it on the back.
I'm sorry, you have to deal with this madness, man.
This is my life. This has been my life the last year and a half. Myself and Ray. This is what we do almost every day. So I understand where you're coming from. I don't mean to be a bother, but it's not. To me, it's not so much as it's covering, dotting all I's, crossing every T.
I've done a few of these myself, man. I get you. I get it.
You know
this has international implications.
Yeah, you know that there's the things that you have to do that you just think's kind of it's to do work, and I kind of think this is probably one of them. But I want to be able to say, this is where Jason was during these days. He wasn't in Rexburg, and his DNA's not here. And so that I want to make sure that avenue is cut off from the get-go.
Yep. No, I agree.
So I don't want to cause you any more grief than what you're already going through with this whole thing.
I appreciate that.
So, all right.
I just want my name to get clear, because I want it to be blatantly clear that these fucking wingnuts on the internet don't know what they're talking about. I have nothing to do with this at all. So
I think this will help.
Yeah,
Because-
the keyboard detectives don't have a lot of the information.
I know, but what they don't, they start making crap up, and
I think there'll be a one point in time where you can say, you know what, I gave the cops DNA. I told them where it was. I showed them where I was. And, you know, if things happen out in court that this comes out for it, well, it's said in court. You don't even have to say anything. I mean, so this is a good thing.
I know, it just sucks. I was enjoying retirement.
One day I will.
Well, let's hope we can get you back to that part too.
All right.
You good?
Yep. Pretty simple.
All right.
And just give me a call or run the stuff in the DM. Either one. I'll get it.
Yeah, we're in communication a lot anyway. So.
How many more months you got?
23.
It's worth it.
I think so.
Your time is good.
So, while we're just in here, because I've never really been clear, how much contact did you ever have with Lori? Did you ever have contact with Chad?
Maybe 3 times in my life.
With Chad?
Yeah.
Was it just at these conferences?
Yeah, he was a guest on my podcast and at the conferences.
Did you ever get with him? Were you ever alone with him when he started these conversations?
I've never been alone with him. I can answer that question right now.
Or
Never
been with anybody? Did you ever attend any meetings with him when he started talking about these things you've heard about, dark light, zombies, dead people, dark spirits and people? You ever hear anything like that from him?
No.
How about Lori?
No. I had no idea she was capable of doing what she did.
How'd you meet Lori? Seems like I might know, but I
don't remember who it was, but I was actually in the LDS temple in Gilbert.
Oh, really?
And I passed by, what's her name?
Gib?
No. Oh, jeez.
Zulema? I mean, is it one of the friends of theirs? I can go through them all.
Yeah, I don't remember. She's really tall. She's got blonde hair. I don't remember her name. Crap.
See, there's Melanie, Zulema,
Serena, Christina.
Julie.
No. Oh, man. I'm
Nicole?
sorry. Nicole, what's her last name? Do you remember her?
No.
Really tall. Blonde
I don't know.
hair.
I've never seen her yet.
I think it might have been Nicole. Used to be in a ward out there. I can't remember her name. But I was we passed each other in.
Well, were you in Lori's ward?
No.
Oh, okay. I thought Nicole might have been it.
And I think it's Nicole and Lori were there. And as I passed by, what was told to me was Lori said, "That's the guy that wrote those books about Kevin Rowan." And
Oh, yeah.
Lori wanted to meet me. And so said hi, shook hands, all that stuff, and that's how we met. And then she was in the large circle of people that I knew through doing my podcast and my speaking and stuff. And that's the acquaintance that I had with her. And then she was friends with Melanie. She became friends with Melanie. And then she was a recurring guest on the podcast. Have you had a chance to hear the podcast and stuff?
Your podcast, I really haven't.
Yep. And,
What do you go under?
For what?
For your podcast, what's your podcast called?
It's called Time to Warrior Up.
Okay. Oh, you know what? I think I did know that.
But we shut that down. I shut that down a long time ago. I got a job as a seminary teacher, and so I couldn't do the podcast anymore. So I stopped.
Are you still doing that?
Right.
How's that going?
I never imagined myself ever teaching high school kids about God. That was the farthest thing from my mind. And I was in the right place at the right time, and they needed an answer. That seminary teacher for adoption high school had been promoted, and they didn't have anybody, and somebody thought I'd be a good fit. And so they went through the process, and I became an employee of the church, and now I teach seminary.
Good. Some of the best people I know were my seminary teachers. Love them. They were good people. I don't want to pry too much, but I want to get just a bit personal here. You're married now.
Yes.
When you knew Lori, were you married?
Yes.
Okay. Did you have any type of relationship with Lori?
No.
I want to cut the head off that snake right now.
No.
Okay. And Noel and Chad again, we talked to him a few times on your podcast, and you met him at a conference?
That's it.
Talked to him at a conference?
Yeah. 1 or 2 conferences, and he was a guest on my podcast. I've never been alone with him. Never met his family.
Never talked to us about this bizarre stuff like
No.
Dark. His wife
No.
was going to die. Or
No.
anything like that.
No.
Okay.
No. That would have sent some red flags up.
Okay. Did you have anything? I don't think I got anything. I think that's it. If you just kind of try to give me the best you can accountability for those times, that'd be awesome. And then we can just
Shouldn't be an issue to pull those records up.
hopefully put this to bed.
Okay.
So, all right, good. It is funny connections.
Right? Yeah. Funny. That's what I was thinking.
Well, it's like I'm pretty sure.
Alrighty, guys. Well, that's a good question, Julie Raw. I'd like to see her interview. Did they interview her? Because as much as at least Melanie talked about how important basically she was for some of their beliefs, and you know what I'm saying. You think they would have, after Melanie's interview, you think they would have interviewed her for sure. Plus, she is a part of this case. She's one of the characters that's kind of intertwined with everything. So yeah, I mean, wonder if they did interview Julia Rowe. Did anybody hear if they did? And if she she be a witness? I don't know if she'd be a witness, because was she not a part of their life necessarily when this all went down? It was like right before. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know if she actually had any contact with them, like physically. I don't know. You would think, though, they should at least interview her and see if she does know anything, but they probably don't even want to touch that. What do you want to discuss, Switchback? You keep saying that, but I mean, okay. Tell me what. I don't know. I mean, I guess I've already shared pretty much anything that I have to say. There wasn't too much. I mean, the interview is pretty short. They didn't really. I don't know. I don't really have much else to say about it, to be honest. I don't know. I don't know if I feel like he had anything to really do with it. Maybe he's just nervous because of how much crap they were into, and that he was so close with them, and that, like, what if he was involved and didn't even realize it? Not involved, but like, what if he was somewhere and something was happening and didn't even know? I don't know if I think that he has like a big part, or if he actually really knew anything like major. I don't know, but I guess we'll see if they clear him with the DNA. And I mean, there's a reason they asked him about those dates, because they do have a little bit of doubt, and they must think, maybe there's a possibility. So let's see if they clear him and what happens. But you do duality, like, involved how so, though? Like, involved in some of the murders and like something like that, or just involved in their crazy like cult? I mean, he was involved in their crazy group, like the way they thought some crazy thoughts, but do you think he was involved in like the crimes? I'm not sure. I mean, definitely he was nervous, but I don't know, guys. I don't know really what to think about him. I'm a little bit up in the air with him as far as no, you're right. It doesn't mean no guilt. But if they could somehow find out from, their investigation, if he was in those areas, like, was he there? If they could and I'm sure they're going to look into it and try to figure it out. If was he in Idaho at those dates? Where was he at the important dates? And I guess we'll just let them do their investigation and what they come up with. Where was he in those dates? I would like to know. Now, if he was somewhere close by, then it would make me, think. So hopefully they'll be able to find out if he was in those areas when stuff happened. And then Yeah, and then I would probably start wondering if they showed that he was, yeah, it would make me, well, okay. Was he a part of it? Was he the driver? Was he an accomplice? I don't know. I just don't think he was actually like the person doing actually anything, like killing anybody, but was he helping in a way? I guess it's still just as bad. Or did he kind of have an idea, like by some of the stuff they said, that maybe something's not right here, but he didn't say anything and he didn't do anything about it? I guess I could see maybe that. But as far as him, like, basically knowing for sure and going along with it and helping purposely, like knowingly, I don't know if I think he would do that. But maybe doubting it and knowing that maybe something could be off and still not saying anything. Maybe it's the fact that he didn't say anything when he realized some things, like, something wasn't right about that, and he just kept quiet and he should have said something. I can't wait for the trial to see really what they do have, And yeah, I wish they would have yeah, by that time it would have been too late, because that was what, April, like, of this year. But I wonder if they interviewed him before, like, to get his phone to put him, like, why wouldn't they have gotten it? Well, I don't know. I guess they're just now, how recently that they made the charge to actually be able to get his phone and, like, have access to his phone. It would be too late now, like, to see where he was, the GPS, right? So I don't know, guys. Like I said, I'm looking forward to the trial to see what they have. And what else? Let's see what you guys are saying. Yeah, that was crazy. I think that was another one that I don't think I ever did upload it, but I was thinking about uploading it, or did I? I don't remember if I did upload that, but the movie, I know I thought about that too. I don't know if I went through with it. I can't even remember, but there's a movie, yeah. But I think that was just a coincidence. I don't think that. I think now, after the fact, looking into it, it's like weird, but I don't think it meant anything, in my opinion. But I could be wrong. I mean, who knows? Of course, I could be wrong. I'm wrong a lot, actually. But and this, wouldn't surprise me if this case is so crazy, guys. I don't even know what to think. Yeah, he made this movie. I have it. I think I still have it in my files. Trying to think what computer I have it on, if I could play it, because that was like at least a year ago, so it's not going to be on my new computer. It was like this movie that hold on, let me see if maybe it's on my phone. No, hold on. Where would it be? I don't know. Next time we do this, I'll try to look into it. And next time we do this, I'll try to find it and show you guys. It's just like this weird, it's just a movie. How would you describe it, guys? I'm wondering if I could play it without, if that would be like a copyright thing. If I would play it. Did I upload it? No, I don't think I did. Oh, no, I didn't, Jackie. But she thought it was a paintball gun, though. So where? Why do I think it was on my phone? I don't know why I think I have a copy of my phone. Let me see real quick. I'm not 100% sure. If not, it's probably on my old computer. How far back? No, it's got to be before this. Let me just see if I have it on my phone. If not, then I'll try to get it try to go through it and see if it's appropriate, if I would be allowed to play it next time we go over this. Because it might take me a while to find it if it's not on my phone. Just give me 1 minute, though. It might be on my phone. No, that's not it. Hold on 1 second, guys. Oh, here's some pictures of him. Oh, I could use that for my thumbnail. I already just dated it, but I'll just keep the one I have. Yeah, shoot. It's probably on my old computer. I don't know. I'll try to look for it and see if it's something I could play for us next time. Because I'll have to start up my old computer and just find the file. I have so many files of all these cases, it might take me a while to find it. But, all right. So, I have like this, like, I don't know if it's a bug bite or spider bite. It came like 2 days ago. You can't really see it, but I could feel it. It's right here by my eye. Anyway, all right, guys. So, greasy little weasel. Randy wants the facts. I think I am gonna end it. So wait, we're Switchback. What do you have to say? What's your thoughts on this? His actions are wacky doodles. Wonder why they released it all at once. I know. I'm surprised they did. I thought that they were gonna wait for like the trial. Like, it confuses me. Like, why they release things the way they do and when they do, like how things are released. It's like, okay, so why did you wait till now to release it if you were allowed to release it before the trial? You know, like, why didn't you release it like last year? You know, or if not, why didn't you wait till after the trial? I don't get it. I don't get the reasoning. And if they're so worried about finding, the jury, like, why would they release it before the trial? It makes no sense. I have no idea. K-Clue in the house. What's up, K-Clue? He was hardly. Yeah, I know. Oh, he's gonna eat up Zulema. I mean, he's gonna be all over Zulema. The way Zulema, because Zulema's not a good liar. So and I think she's told so many lies that she doesn't even remember what she said. So she's very hesitant to say things because it's like she's told so many lies. How are you going to keep them straight? So she doesn't even know how to answer things because she's not telling the truth on a lot. So I mean, he's gonna attack her. I mean, she's gonna look so bad. We already know Melanie Gibb did pretty good. She was able to, stand her ground with Pryor. She was pretty strong. I don't know if she still will, because now that we see time has passed, her memory, I don't know. Like, it just seems like now, either was she telling the truth during that preliminary hearing, or was it a lie? But it was the first lie. I don't know. I mean, because I feel like in that interview, she couldn't remember her crap. Like, so is it because her memory now, she can't remember all the details, or is it because they were lies and now she can't keep it straight? I don't know. But I know in the preliminary, she did pretty good with Pryor. But after watching that new interview, I don't know if she'll do any good, but Zulema for sure is going to be, not going to be a very good witness for the prosecution, which that's why they, we're trying to get her story straight in the interview. And who else is going to be bad with Pryor? Because Pryor, he attacks like things he shouldn't attack, like weaknesses. He finds the weakness. What other interviews that we were talking about? Well, I guess that's it. I mean, because Alex is not with us anymore, and then. Now, it depends if they're trying to pin this on Lori. So if they are, then he's going to attack Lori if they do end up having their trial together. And I don't know. They could just try to pin it all on Alex. I don't know. And maybe even Zulema. Who freaking knows? They see how weak she is. They could make her look bad. I don't know what they're going to... I don't know what's Lori's game plan. To blame it all on Alex too? Guess we will see. Oh, thanks, Carrie. Yeah. I used to be. Okay. Huh. Interesting. Oh, Batman. What kind of cake are you going to bring? All right, y'all. I think I am going to end it. Sorry, I don't have much more to say. I don't even know what more to say about that because Jason, I feel like they missed opportunities, but they have already talked like Zulema. Like, I want to know more about that trip to Mexico that Alex made. Like, why? I wish they would have asked Zulema a little bit more questions on it, or unless if they did before, on our previous interviews. But like, he went to Mexico. Okay, what medicine? Because he claims he's not on medicine. I mean, we heard him in the well, we haven't watched the interview live, but you guys probably have watched the interview that we're going to watch next time with Alex. He says he's not on anything. Like, he's not on medicine. I mean, so he went to Mexico to get what medicine? Medicine for who? Like, so I would ask Zulema, are you on something? Like, who what's kind of medicine? What did they come back with? Why Mexico? Why? I don't know. I just think that could be important to, like, because we suspected that there was poison involved. There was something given to these people to die. Some of these people, he's going to Mexico to get drugs. So, like, wouldn't they want to know more about that? Because maybe that's what they're using. Maybe that's where they're getting the stuff. I just feel like it's important, whatever. Because maybe that's, if he did end up killing himself, maybe that's where he got whatever he used to do it. Or maybe that's where he got the stuff he was going to kill. I don't know if he was going to, he was supposed to kill Zulema, and Zulema ended up killing him. I don't even know. I mean, I don't know what to think. I think it's a possibility that he did kill himself. I think it's a possibility that she did. I think anything is really a possibility. But I think whatever he got in Mexico is important, in my opinion. Yeah, because he says in that interview he's not on any medicine. So, and she says he went to Mexico to get medicine. Well, he's not on any medicine. So, who did he get the medicine for? What medicine? I don't know. I want to see. There's got to be an interview with Melanie because she's a huge player, and I mean, she of course they interviewed her sometime. Yeah, they did, because remember we got the report. Remember when they interviewed her and they interviewed Ian? There was a report, an incident, or whatever you call it, like a report about the interview. I have to go back through my files, but I swear they explained like kind of what went on in the interview, right? With Melanie. There's one with Ian too. So I want to see that. Why haven't they played that? Why are they keeping that one back? Because remember, she explains, I'm going to have to go look through my files. Because what does she say in it? Where they do a summary of, what was said. Right? You guys remember that, right? No, yeah, I mean a police interview. That's what I mean, Stacey R. Because she says, what does she say? I'm trying to think what's in that report of how the interview went with her. I don't know. Unless if I'm dreaming something. I don't know. I'm going to go look through the files and see if I could find it. Like the summary of that. I know, it makes you wonder why. So why make all these other ones public but not hers? So there's got to be a reason. Ian's too. We know Ian went and talked to him. So her husband, hers. So there's some interviews that they haven't released. Who else haven't they? If they interviewed Julie Rowe, I'm not sure if they have yet, but they should. But we know they interviewed Melanie, and we know they interviewed Ian. So why haven't they released those? Why are they holding those back? And then, of course, Chad and Lori's, but... Or wait, did they? Well, no, because remember, they just stayed... Didn't they say, like, Lori wouldn't say anything? They tried to get her to talk. So there probably wasn't anything really to see, I guess, because she wouldn't talk, I don't think. Okay, so does anyone remember someone saying at some point that these guys were tripping on hallucinogenics? Maybe. I don't know. You mean somebody actually said that? I don't remember anybody saying that. I remember us thinking that. Probably. A lot of us probably thought that. Yeah. Oh, Zeke's good. I just went down. I don't know when I went and checked, but it looks like the lights are off and everybody's like sleeping down there. So I didn't want to go like get him out of whoever's bed he's in. So, yeah, definitely. It probably was recreational drugs, but like, that's why they should have asked more. If you're talking about like, that's why I feel like it is important, whatever he got in Mexico, because like, what if that was what's used to kill everybody? What was it? What if that's what Alex took that killed him? I mean, what if there was something he was getting that was important in all of it? So I just wonder if they did really try to get to the bottom of that with Zulema. Oh, wow. Oh, thanks. Okay, so Marie says Melanie just got served with a grand jury subpoena this week. That's why no info. Okay. All right. Oh, this is what I was going to do. Shoot. Now everybody's leaving. I looked up the Archangel Raphael because I was meant to just go over that before this last interview because of them calling Chad Raphael. So I'm like, okay, so let me learn a little bit about Raphael, because why did Chad want people to call him that? Why did he give himself Raphael? Like, does it make sense? Because you said it was the Archangel Raphael, so I looked that up. So here's a little summary. We can see if it makes sense. Real quick, and then we'll end it. But I did want to share this real quick. Hold on. Oh wait, I forgot to share my screen. Hold on, let me share my screen real quick. All right. I looked up a few here. Okay, so it has to be some meaning that he chose that name, right? So he's the healing angel, Raphael is. So he's one of the most well-known healing angels and the main archangel who oversees healing for living beings on earth. He's said to control the etheric vitality of individuals, as well as supporting the earth as a living being. Let me try to make this bigger if you guys want to read along. So he said he is an incredibly kind and powerful angelic being who holds the mysteries of healing and can assist you in tapping into the healing forces of the cosmos to call forth into your individual life expression or to help others on their healing journeys in life. Raphael is powerful and can bring powerful healing to mind, body, and spirit. He is most inclined to help and support those who desire to heal themselves and others so they can be of service at a higher level. And the green ray. And when I think of green, I think of Malachite's green. I don't know. There could be a connection to all of this, One of the main energetic tools and methods utilized by Raphael is profound emerald green healing light. He may surround you with this emerald green light to nurture your physical, both etheric, am I saying that right? Etheric energy field in order to help rejuvenate your physical vitality. The green ray has the energetic quality to break up toxic energy, and so it works by breaking up the blockages and distortions, blocking your healing so you can tap into your body's innate ability to self-heal. One of the ways you may become aware of the presence of Archangel Raphael is this green light sweeping through your energy field. There has to be some connection to Malachite being green too, and him choosing this name. Once toxic energies and heavy emotions are broken up and brought to the surface, you can more easily face them and release them into the light. More and more in working with the archangels, including Raphael, I've realized that they are all about us as individuals stepping into our power. So how this relates to Raphael helping you heal is that he most often works to help you uncover how to heal yourself. To do this, he will often convey direct guidance as well as impulses to take positive action, guidance to inspire healing in your body, mind, spirit, and life. With the powerful divine guidance from Archangel Raphael, you can activate and use your body's innate ability to heal itself. So in some cases, Raphael does help to trigger instant miraculous healing, though this is not always the case. More often than not, you will be required to listen to his guidance and take action yourself to align with the healing you seek. In a sense, you have to claim your personal sense of power to act on the guidance you receive in order to anchor higher light and healing into your personal experience. So yeah, it says the guidance you receive from Raphael may not be in the way you expect, as he will both directly and indirectly communicate with you to guide you in the direction of full healing, vibrant health, and well-being. Let's see. Yeah, I mean, he guides you to create new routines, cultivate new self-love, well-being, and self-care practices, to circulate healing energy through your life and open the pathways for more light and healing to flow through. He brings you divine courage to create positive changes. Ask him for signs of encouragement to keep you motivated and to help you achieve your health goals and to love yourself and your body. Let's see. Let's see what else. Helps travelers. Invite Archangel to help you. Let me see what this one says. Most often depicted as male. Yeah, right. He's not empathetic. 7 interesting facts. Let's see. The meaning of his name closely relates to what Archangel Raphael can assist with. Is God heals. That's the meaning of the name. Okay. Archangel Raphael is believed to be the angel stirring the pool at the Gospel of John. I don't even know how to say that. Wow, I feel stupid. I don't know. Although the stirring. Secondary purpose. Let's see. I don't know, but yeah. Has a place in Jewish legend. Oh, so it's believed that Archangel Raphael helped King Solomon build his great temple. King Solomon's temple became known as the first temple, and it stood for many years in Jerusalem, according to the Bible. Although it was later looted and destroyed, the temple was most famous for its healing and medical capabilities and was a site of great importance for those seeking aid. It was believed that Archangel Raphael gave Solomon a ring that would allow him to control demons and have them do his bidding. Wow. He used this incredible power to construct the large temple, and thus Archangel Raphael may have been involved in creating the first significant site of healing. Ring, that just reminds me of those rings they have, the malachite. Man. There are only 3 sainted archangels by the church. Raphael is one of them. He's the patron saint of the sick and the patron saint of travelers. Said to watch over all those who are ill and those in charge of helping the sick, such as doctors and other medical professionals. The travelers, he can be prayed to for safe travel and to watch over travelers. Okay. I don't know, but it's just interesting. I'm not sure why he picked that. I mean, if it had a lot to do with that, it's just interesting to think about. It's just weird that he just had him call him, like they called him Raphael. They called him a different name. I don't know. So Yeah, maybe I'll look into the Raphael a little bit more and see if there's any more connections. That was just a quick search, but maybe I could try to look a little bit more in depth and see if there's anything else that could give us any clue. All right, so I think I am going to end it, guys. It's way past my bedtime. It's already 11:30. I used to sometimes start lives at this time. Yeah, I should call it a night. But don't forget, Saturday I'm doing live with Dr. Salerno, and we're gonna go through the Gabby and Brian traffic stop, or the stop, and she's gonna point out some things and about DV, and then I don't know if we'll probably just do that, because I mean that could take a while going through the video. So I'm trying to think of like another case that we could go through certain things, but I bet you that'll be enough to actually take a couple hours to go through and talk about. So that'll be Saturday at 9, so 9 Eastern time. So I'm trying to make the thumbnail. I'll try to get it done tomorrow so I can put the reminder up. So hey, Mama Mia. So it'll be good, guys. Thanks, Marie. Saturday, so it'll be the 16th at 9 Eastern time. So, thanks, Joan. Wait, what do you mean, Gabby's autopsy? Why is that? Is it going to be released tomorrow? I didn't even know. Wait, is that supposed to be when it's coming out, or is that why? I didn't even know. Let me see. Oh, it is Tuesday. Okay. Wow. Okay, yeah. I didn't even realize. Does it say a time? Hold on, the corner. Yeah, 2:30. Okay. Yeah, shoot, thank you. I didn't even know that was. I could live stream that. Okay, press conference at 2:30 Eastern. So yeah, you know what? I will, you guys. So thank you for letting me know. I didn't even know that was going to be done tomorrow. Wow. Okay, so 2:30, guys. I'm going to live stream that. They're doing a press conference, and so I'll work on a thumbnail maybe. Yeah, I should work on that real quick before I go to bed. Wow. Okay. Man, that's gonna be crazy. I wonder what it's gonna be. Okay. Hey, Scout Inquirer, will you email me? Because I want to ask you something. And my email's in the description, so I could have your email, because I don't have your email, and I was trying to see if you ever email me, and I was like, why can't I find an email? Email me so I could. I want to talk to you about something, Scout Inquirer. So my email, you could find it in the description. Okay, so hey, Helen Vera, Patty and Pink. All right, so thanks, Mama Mia. Yeah, thanks. Wow, man, I'm kind of nervous. Like when I just read that article, like they're gonna announce it tomorrow. I was like, got this nervous feeling, because it's like what are they gonna say the cause of death is? It's like it'll be very telling on what happened. Hopefully they'll be able to tell like a little bit of what happened, so could get some answers. Wow. Okay. All right. I'm going to end this. So I guess we will chat tomorrow afternoon, guys. Is that 12:30 Mountain? Yeah, it is 12:30 Mountain time, because they're 2 hours behind. So yeah, it's 2:30 Eastern time, and it'll be 12:30 Mountain time. All right. Well, everybody have a good night. Thanks, Marie. Oh, thanks, Janet. Stacy R. All right, guys. We will chat tomorrow. Bye, everybody.